was going to go and find someone with the M4. Like, go look for a kill. Maybe send the P250 in first, one of the Deagles in, have him swing in second, and try and see if he could do something. It's Sunny down in lower dark instead. Aerial going to run back from long, and yeah, look at Sergey and the Yampy. They're doing exactly what I just mentioned. Going on a bit of a skirmish, leading with a pistol, with the M4 behind, and Sunny connecting with them. If anyone had been up there in upper dark, that could have been pretty devastating, but they're not going to find anyone. Arkio! M4 on the ground. That's a nice kill. He was spotting them. And even just getting the information is definitely great news. Means they've got a bit of a shot at seeing it coming. 4 people now out long. Arky going to be joining them. So now that is the entire SAW team showing up to see what's up. They've already put out a couple of smokes, but look at how many grenades they have left there on the T side. They're so not worried. They have more than a minute. They have another set of grenades they can throw in to get the cross. They don't actually have to worry or really run for this that much. So I love this play here from the SAW side. Much better than if they just, you know, try to rush over to the A-bomb site. There they go, re-smoking it again. Actually forcing, I think, Aerial to almost make a move, which he's going to go down. Great flashbang as well. All of these grenades. This is really well played so far for SAW. When you have that many grenades, really don't want to be just rushing it and, you know, for no reason. So, re-smoking the cross there, definitely working out. Sergey in a 1 versus 3. Nice deagle shot coming out there from one of the ence players, but don't think they will get much more. And again, might as well try and save the rifle. If you think you can still get away here in your Sergey, just try and do it. He's actually creeping up, misses the opportunity, and now he's locked in. Mutt is in the middle, and I don't think they'll allow him to get away now. Might as well go for the fight. RMN goes down. Now Sergey. No chance there. Stadodo will take him down instead. And again, second round, a little bit expensive, I would say, for SAW, considering what they had.
Yes.
Oh. Got Jason a tiny bit of audio, and then a little bit of cutout.
Hi, Anders.
Oh, there we go. I'm glad
glad
you decided to join me. I think that's very sweet of you.
They asked me if I wanted to come on air, and I figured I'd let you work a little bit for the first time in your life.
Yeah, I've got to say it's an unwelcome feeling. It's just made me double down on my usual tendency to try and make you do most of the work. I feel like I much prefer it.
Great. The consequences of this have gone the wrong direction. I wanted them to go the other way. I thought this would be a nice lesson for you, but here we are. Yeah. Can't always have the nice things in life. Pretty cool start from SAW. That's a nice rebuttal in the second round. I'm just kind of catching up, so we'll basically start here. 3-1. Alu's got the AWP out on the board, so does Stadodo. So we get that little duel going on.
Ooh, Stadodo, yeah, he's going to go straight for it. But yeah, it is a really nice response. 3-1 after losing the pistol. That's how you want to get started if you can at all. Not going to be going down after that quick engagement. It's Alu that has the AWP there on the CT side, and he's all the way over by the A-bomb side.
Oh, they're committed to this long defense, though. Aerial and Sunny holding on towards pit. They got to be careful about the op. There's no op on the corner, but you can see Stadodo is still respecting the possibility. So now that stack defense is going to break up. Sunny is going to shift away. There's no kits on the end side, and they're going to start running out of nades as well. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock as Mutt clears close mid. And a pretty passive default setup for ence on defense.
Yes, taking their time here, which, again, for SAW, I mean, last couple of rounds, they've been rewarded for that. They're out in middle, and they could actually go, I think, for a pretty cool B split here. Sergey and Yampy are inside of the bomb site, and I think it'll be very hard to hold that. If they get out middle with no one stopping them, I think this bomb site may fall. Ooh, he actually comes out fighting instead, but yeah, again, just that might have been the best choice. If they actually had both gone all the way through middle to take that fight, that could have worked out even better, but not quite so. Only RMN goes down, and time to save. I don't know why they're still moving towards this bomb site. Surely they're not that crazy.
Yeah, we saw this previously. An early retake that's ill-advised on the B bomb site. It's just not worth the attempt. So I like seeing them back away and keep these guns in their hands. That AWP is going to be very, very important moving forward. Alu has that. He's been fantastic so far. So I know, this is actually pretty scary for ence. If you're going down 4-1 against Saw, this is the makings of an upset, and as we all know, Dust 2 just lends itself to that, and you heard Duncan talking about it in the map veto process. It's dangerous letting it get to this map against someone like Saw.
I mean, just the fact that they're getting such a great early start, I think, you know, given the fact that they're the underdog, having this early momentum and you know, maybe catching ence a bit cold. I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting here, but I definitely had ence to win this. And you know, we've been talking about the state of ence and like how they're looking, and I think they've been looking slightly better throughout the last couple of weeks of online play. But you know, this is a test that ence should pass, surely, right?
Should pass with flying colors. Like, this should not be a struggle for them. It's just crazy. This would be, you know, you thought they hit rock bottom. I think this would be a whole other level of dropping down and poor performance. That's a good find from Just inside of the smoke, and he backs out. Aerial never expected it. Meanwhile, Mutt is punished from an upper dark push, and it's all on Sunny. He's the only one here at long, and Arky's ready for it.
Wow, and Sunny... Oh, no, that's a bit of a failed Molotov. We'll skip past that. Don't even worry about it. They have the smokes for the cross anyway, and yeah, Sunny was alone out there and just hoping to fight at the edge of the smoke. That's a lot of, you know, confidence in yourself. Again, if you fail it, this is the consequence. Probably going to lose that bomb site and the bomb be planted right afterwards. Alu dropping quite low, and now he's got to think about that AWP and how safe it is. Nice sneak in from Yampi to get the kill on RMN. Puts it in a 3-on-3. He's going to smoke out long. If they get one more kill, then this retake's actually doable. Oh, but that's a nice smoke.
That second smoke, though, is so brutal. Yeah, surely they're watching for that boost, and great response. Yumpy misses his opportunity. He had a second to get that shot, and now again, it's almost a retake scenario where that op has to be prioritized. There's no kits. This needs to be happening right now. Sergey and Alu are they're committed. What a great quick scope from Sidoto. He's gonna go down, but Sergey doesn't have the time. Just needs to play this exactly the way he's doing it, and Sergey cannot possibly win. It's gonna be a 5th round for Saw. Everyone's gonna go down, but they're happy with the result.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the only thing, is that some of these rounds have been slightly expensive for Saw. They've lost maybe a couple more people than they needed to, but just still started this round with about 12,000 in the bank, so it's not really that bad. ence have gone straight for the double orb setup. It is hard to argue that that's not a good idea. With Yampi, with Alu, why not? And you're playing on Dust 2 as well. Surely double orb all the way.
With being... Yeah, also with being down 1-5, it's time to get back into the swing of things. Bring out, you know, your heavy defense. If this is what you think is going to provide you the most success, I like the aggression from Alu, but oh, he missed the shot. Lands it on Roman through the door, down to 3 HP.
Man, that was from...
At least for the moment, Saw is contained.
From Roman, surely that was a ridiculously risky strategy, just shooting into the smoke in middle. Surprised he's not dead.
He's a little bit lucky, isn't he, that he gets away with that one. We'll see how aggressive they want to be from here. 2 players on catwalk, 1 out towards long. Aerial's going to have a tough task if Saw readjust to go back at him. Roman should essentially just stick around in middle and turn into a lurk.
Look at Sunny and Alu. I mean, this position from Sunny, if Alu misses a shot here, he's dead. He's so dead, it's a leg shot instead, and there's the swing. Mutt will take him down, and now he's going to fall right back. Oh my god, for that kind of a setup, you need to get that kill, and then Sunny has to get the follow-up.
Ooh, that's 2. 1 leg shot, 1 shot through the door. Look at all the Molotovs as well. If Alu falls back to railing, he desperately wants to find a pick. Because those Molotovs into the site, into the railing, you can see he wants to stay aggressive and in front of them. But what a big risk. Alu's good for the first. That's it. No one else to defend A. Aerial's here, but he's given up long. If Arky pushes on that flank, on that lurk and cave, he's done for. And Aerial must stand tall.
Yeah, even without it, he's in a lot of trouble. That's a pretty good shot on just the bomb, though. Gonna be planted, surely. Mutt taking a couple of seconds. Oh, there's only 14 seconds left. He goes down. That's a disaster, and there's a shot from Sergey as well to drop Sidoto. ence might have found a chance, and they will. I don't know how Saw give up that round. They had it all going on for them.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is Arky on that long flank just never worked up the courage to actually make a play and push out. If he had at any point, Aerial would have gone down, bomb would have been planted, and when you kill the other two defenders at the A bomb site, that's when the risk is most worth it. Either you find the player at long, and even if you lose that, at least your team has the information and they can play a post plant. I think that's a little bit too late on the flank long, but regardless, and still struggled and labored in a round where they were given some great opportunities. Roman very fast, Alu's blind this time, and he somehow gets away.
Oh! Roman going down. That's disgusting. How has Alu stayed alive throughout all of that? And then he comes back. That was a rat play, wasn't it?
Well, it's the second time he landed that exact same shot in the previous round, so he's got some consistency. This time it completes the kill, and he almost gets another flick down. Alu brought low. Sergey has defense. And this is looking much better for the Finnish defense.
I feel like between the last round and the beginning of this round, ence sort of stumble back into the game is, I mean, it's going to be really upsetting for Saw if this is what sort of turns it in favor of the Finnish team, that it's this set of circumstances that get them back in the game.
Yeah, that would be strange. Sometimes it happens, and obviously if you're ence, you're just going to take whatever you get, and they needed a little bit of help. You've got Sergey and Yampi to defend this B bomb site.
What if they
have a
Molotov?
nice crossfire setup.
What if they Molotov Yampi though? They have two of them. That would be a problem. Let's see if they will. So far they're just walking.
I don't think they want to give up the game.
Yeah, you're right. They just want to see if they can get real close before they hit it. Now the running has begun. There's a little bit of a peek and a nice setup. They just weren't ready for it. Excellent spray coming through. And as you said, I mean, the crossfire as well. As soon as Sergey steps out, he's there to shoot them as well. So 3-5.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, 3 versus 5, you don't want them to be able to jump on the rotation, which is why you see them hold on to those Molotovs. You're right, though. That Molotov into that position would have been perfect. No smoke on Yampi. He would have been forced out into the open, and who knows what happens from there. But if you throw that at the back of B tunnels, it's likely that Sunny pushes out of CT spawn, and then you have 3 defenders to contend with at the B bomb site.
Oh, 9th round. Some deagles, some pistols upgraded there, but Saw, with all the money they had built, so I actually think he jumped down into that. That's a bit of a shame. Regardless, the money's kind of gone, and, well, what's the follow-up now? How do they get back into this game? That double orb is, you know, is alive, and at least they get a bomb plant in this one, but yeah, I'm really worried about how Saw get rid of that double orb.
Yeah, that'll be the question. Well, this could actually be a great opportunity. If Sidono can get 1, maybe even 2 more kills, that would be a good start. The best way to do it is to never let them buy it, never be able to afford it, and there it is! He's got a 1 versus 2. He might just, and he could have added 1 more. That would have been the final great kill to take the op out of the hands. Maybe you win after that, but at least taking one of the ops away, that's a phenomenal 1 versus 5. Even in not completing it, beautiful work from Sidono.
Well, I think until we started, you know, this Blast Premier season, I haven't actually seen Stedodo play anywhere at all. So I had no expectations, and you know, he struck me the first time around as just being sort of a stable player, but nothing out of the ordinary. But a little glimpse like that, you think, all right, that's kind of worth keeping your eye on. That's interesting. It takes a lot to not lose your nerve in that kind of a tough scenario. Really cool stuff. Just going down over at long, it's Alu with one of those dreaded AWPs, and he'll take another one of Roman going down. Aerial in the meantime spraying, and they completely control long. On the CT side, we don't see that too often, but really well done. And I mean, ence, they're right back in this game now.
Right back into the game. Still need to build up a little bit of money. We'll see how that goes. Good shot from Yampi. Going back for more, and Arky is the last one left. Not having any fun. And he's flanked, so he's gone down. 5-5.
And a flawless round coming out there for ence. So, you know, whenever you can do this, where you get the double orb, you go on a winning streak, you survive with a bunch of members, it just makes your life so much easier. And so they're on the other side. They're back to saving. They didn't get the bomb plant down in that round. If they had got the bomb plant down, I'm pretty sure they would have bought in this upcoming round. But now maybe like some deagles or something is what's in store here.
Yeah, and that's a painful way to lose that round, especially if Sudodo just did all that great work to take 3 players out in a 1 versus 5. The fact that nobody goes down in the next round for ence, that's Saw having to feel like they let one slip out of their hands a little bit. That would have been a great opportunity to close the gap and at least bring the money down for the ence's side. So the way that that's panning out, so much money built up for the defense, they can afford this double op setup for some time. They at least have 1 more purchase of it, and maybe even 2 if this trend continues. So this utility better be spot on. These Tech 9 and these Deagles better do some work here in round 11.
It's the Tech 9. It's always going to be good. Well, it was 5-1 at the beginning. It's definitely gone in favor of Saw, but still not all the way favoring them according to the odds there. So, you know, they've converted a couple of people into believing him, not quite enough. So rushing up Catwalk, though, maybe almost catching Alu. The jump down with a Tech 9, he's right on top, and that's how you use it. Run and gun. He's going to get shut down eventually, but I love to see it. That's a real nice throwback.
Yeah, that's a great kill. That's a great way to find the opening kill to allow your teammates a chance to get into the bomb site. The problem is Sunny was on point. Triple kill from him. That frag on Alu is just the beginning. That's what they designed to just build upon that, and unfortunately, the defense rotates in the great positions. Sunny over at railing. Yempi actually got the op kill on the player in spawn as well.
You know, speaking of Sunny, give me a read. Like, how close is it to his best level? Like, how many percentages do we have to add?
He's not even close. The way we've seen Sunny play so efficiently in the past, this is not quite yet his final form. But remember too, like he spent a lot of time off.
Yeah.
While waiting to join this ence roster, and on top of that, I think he's even I'm not sure how consistently he's stuck with it. But I know he took over the in-game leading duties for a while. I'm assuming it's still in his hands, and that is always going to neuter a player of his caliber to a certain degree. So he's got a couple things that are going to really slow the recovery. And especially if you take over in-game leading duties, your individual skill mostly rises when your team starts to feel comfortable with the way you call. And that's a lot of dirty, hard work that you have to do outside of officials.
Yeah, and you're joining a team that's just embroiled in scandal because of how, you know, the player that you're replacing. Like, there's a lot of things working against him there. Sudodo going to be taking down Aerial. That was a nice peek. 3 people out long. And Alu, though, is ready to catch them if they're careless about turning this corner. So let's just see. He's up there over at the A bomb site. Sunny goes down, and so does Alu, and that's the round. Just leave it alone if you're Sergey and Yampi.
Yeah, that's a really uninspired defensive round from ence. I didn't really like any of that. Aerial just dry peeking at the corner, which is always held by when it's being taken by. Here's the utility and flashbangs to create the space, and still just goes for it. That's the easy kill for Sudodo with the op. Alu as well, who's just peeking from the bomb site. That's a standard position. And just 1 pop flash for Catwalk, so no teamwork for anyone from ence.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't even much of a defense at all, was it? And they were just literally going down one at a time.
Yeah, here's the wild thing about it. It's like, if you're gonna have Alu up long from the site, which is what happened once Aerial went down, why don't you just pull Aerial back and have them double up on Catwalk and have one person play anti-flash so you can't just get, you know, decimated by 1 flashbang like they just did. I mean, I don't know. It's nitpicky, but again, it's just weird seeing a team like ence who has all this experience shifting away from that.
I don't know if it's nitpicky. Like, I actually think that would be a super fair question to ask at some point. Like, what is the theory behind it? Was he on his way somewhere, Alu, and we just, you know, he just got stuck there because of Aerial dying? Or, because surely, yeah, you're right. Like, either, I mean, Alu could have gone in and, you know, gone to the catwalk as well if he wanted to. Or he could have gone down long, but staying in between those 2 players that are further forward doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
It was questionable, but we'll move on. We'll move on swiftly. ence all tied up with Saw 6-6 and just barely misses that shot. Almost probably should have had it. Flashbang to give himself the angle again, but he's apparently not an opper and doesn't want to mess with the fight.
I actually think if we replay that in slow motion, you'll see like just a panic jiggle coming out from him as the people turn the corner. He was really worried. Yappy, though, on the other hand, definitely an AWPer and definitely not worried. Just pushing all the way in. I think he saw that. Yep. He's alone pushing in, scoped up into upper dark. That's pretty bold.
I like it. And obviously, nobody wanting that fight when you do spot the body push into upper dark. Arky is out towards long. He's got the bomb as well right around on the other side of the cave. This is a fake on catwalk from Roman. dump his utility to make it look like a standard catwalk take, but it's just the one player here. The questionable thing is the bomb out towards long, while 3 players push into upper dark. It looks like they would attack and end at B, but the bomb is just so far away, it's going to slow this down. So the fakes are kind of going to be self-neutralized in a way.
Ooh, nice shot. That was mid-air. And again, this is the problem, right? Like, Saw need to get ents, and they're kind of almost out of rounds to it, but they need to get them away from not just one, but both of these AWPs, because they are so hard to deal with. And, I mean, it's looking
I don't
unlikely.
think that's going to happen.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't look like that's going to happen for the rest of the half. They're going to be facing against this double up for the final, 2 rounds after this. So they missed the opportunity. The best chance they had was the impact that Sidoto had in a losing effort, but they couldn't capitalize on it. Here we go, back to catwalk. Smoke, standard utility, Molotov's down towards CT spawn. There is a counter Molotov as well to slow and delay, but it hasn't done a whole lot of damage. Arky gonna turn the corner right into the crosshair of Alu, who flicks over, but Roman's got him right in the head, and he adds another. The 2 entrants, but there's no time. It's already done. Sonny just lying in wait. It's a good thing Just gets that kill.
Yeah.
7-6.
He could have gone down after the time there as well. I think 7 rounds is actually starting to look pretty good for ents. I think it, again, they had kind of a rough start where Saw started to look really good. Yeah, here's this. I think this is where, okay, Just does fire it a little bit early. There definitely was a moment there where Just was looking panicked. 14th round.
I think it was like he got distracted by the jumping guy. He like desperately wanted to keep his crosshair on the corner, but his brain wouldn't let him. Ooh. Close for Sidoto. He saw the shoulder. He's going to get the follow-up for sure.
Now, they had a smoke down there, ents, and Ariel just pushed a second before the smoke actually popped. I know he wanted to get in the pit, but he really wanted to get in the pit.
Yeah, he desperately wanted to be in the pit.
It's like one of those people that jump out of the trains before they stop slowing down on the platform. It's not a good idea.
Oh no, that's twice he's been picked off in that fashion. Sonny can't win the battle. That's a gross exchange, but obviously Saw coming out on top. Unfortunately, they've got no more flashbangs to cross the line. Alu's gonna hold it all until Arky comes into play. A 2-on-3. Yumpy is here. Good reaction. Good flick over. And now he's gonna press up towards railing. But finally, Arky is coming in, or Just is coming in with his flank. That's a freebie. And that opens it up for the plant.
Yes, it does. Sergey now swings for it. Definitely sees that. The smoke will help him a little bit on the other side. No bomb plant, actually. Arky, he's just pushing down. I think they might just try and double up on him. There's a Molotov, some flashbangs as well, making life tricky for Sergey. He's pushing through right as the plant comes in, and he's going to save the team. Close round there. I think if Sergey would have had a little bit more vision, that could have been a nice one-on-one at the end. 7th round for Saw. Nice recovery to not just let ents run away with it.
Yeah, they're fortunate. I mean, obviously that lurk finally comes in from long. They've had a tough time having that with the perfect timing, but it's good here to take out Yumpy with the AWP, else they could have been in trouble. All tied up at 7. This is actually great. Again, we're seeing some very good fight out of Saw. The same way we did on Vertigo yesterday. It's the second half. It was the CT side on Vertigo that really failed them, and that's what they have to contend with here on Dust 2 as well. So I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to make it work.
I mean, this is... I was going to say, Saw had such a powerful start, and the way that they got off, it just needed to keep going, I think. Now that they've let ents back in the game, I don't know. I mean, I think it's already quite tricky. ents has always just been one of those teams that, even if they are under a lot of pressure, it doesn't really show in their game that much. It feels to me like most of the time they just kind of shrug it off, so... Already recovering in the first half. I think that's a great sign here for our Finnish friends. It's the Dodo 1 versus 4 with an AWP, but I think this will be an 8th round for ents, and yeah, that's a lot for the first half. There's surely no way. Everywhere is death. It just doesn't even matter, does it? Sergey will take him down.
But you were still holding your breath and waiting.
Yeah, still waiting. Well, 8-7 in the first half. I think that's a good result. Good recovery. We'll see if they can continue that ends when we get back into the second half. Coming up right after the break.
So, Deagle is done. I'm currently in the lead. Next up is the AK and overpass. Is everyone? A mid shot suddenly. One of the most confusing thing is there's no radar, so you don't
I've been
know.
spawning on the same position every... Oh, you come with a needle there? There's two guys spawning there. What?
Spawn kill.
Can't even do you.
Uploader.
And we are back once again. It's Ence and Saw. We've got Yampy in the seat ready to take on Saw here for the second half. And they're going to be on the T side now, Saw on the CT side. I thought it was a pretty good recovery, Jason, there for Ence, in spite of looking a little bit shaky early on. So you changed your mind going into the second half? Who's winning?
No, I still have ends. I like what I saw to saw. This is the tough part where they can't dictate the action, where you have to see these players actually able to get some multi-kills or be able to stand up to someone like Alu in his one-on-one duels. Good shot from Mutt. And this is the problem. What we saw in Vertigo yesterday from Saw was Mutt was the only one who was really able to do that with any kind of consistency. Now when you have 2 to 3 ends players attacking your one location, can you hold them off? Can you delay? It's Mutt again with another headshot, this time towards Catwalk. Oh, and a third! That's Yumpy coming up, and Sergey is the next one to challenge. He falls as well. Nobody can stand up to Mutt.
That is you could see after the first couple of kills there on the catwalk, he realized, you know what? I'm actually hitting all these shots. I'm just going to keep going. What a beautiful display of confidence. Now, Aerial sneaking in. They're all around the corner. This should not be his chance to do this. Mutt going to swing for it. Oh, the ace has been denied. That's a bit of a shame. And yeah, now 1 versus 2. It's a bit more doable, although the bomb is still down there. They're flashing their way in. He has a smoke, remember, so if he could kill one, maybe there is a chance. Yeah, he wants to try and see if he could maybe push them off. Gonna go for the fight. He's out in the open, and they will take him down. So I was getting worried. I think Mutt would have been very sad if they'd end up taking it away. That would have been...
Oh yeah, that would have been devastating. That would have been absolutely devastating if they dropped the ball after Mutt performed to this level. This is actually a disgusting sequence. These are great shots over and over again on Catwalk, but again, you have to criticize ence a little bit, one by one. There was the double peak finally at the end, but he'd already had 3 kills.
Yeah, and they even had flashbangs, right? Like even after the first kill they had there on the catwalk, they could have flashed him and tried to go for it if they really wanted to. Flames almost taking down Sunny. That was worrisome. HE to follow. He's down to 9 health. That's just unfortunate.
Well, he was reaching for the deagle. The nade sent it those last 6 inches or so. So that was kind of saw. Scout gonna peek towards the back of catwalk. That's on Arky. Looking close as well. He's got his target. Flashbang is gonna force him away. Ence trying to do a lot with the little, and now even Aerial is brought down to 12 HP. Again, it's Mutt at this A bomb site. Roman to get 2. Arky with the scout finally chimes in, and that's the round pretty much done with very quickly.
Yeah, so not the instant turnaround here that Ence obviously were hoping for. Again, don't really mind. Oh, nice shot from Sergey. He was hunting him down. That's amazing. If he could do it again. Oh, he can! Oh! Taking down just... What a disgusting display. That is completely outrageous.
Remember, he did this yesterday as well with the deagle. That insane clutch at the B bomb site. He's got a chance to just repeat history. Deja vu all over again. And look at Sunny. Even with low HP right from the start, cutting people off in middle.
Man, they've got to be so confused.
He's got to hurry, though.
Yeah, he has to hurry a little bit. You're right. He's going to be jumping down finally. Flashbang there, maybe to slow them down. And here comes Sunny sneaking in from behind. He's lining up the deagle. It's not as accurate as Sergey's, and they know where he is. They're going to come for him, but Sergey's there. A nice lineup, and Sunny will get the kill at the end. What a hero Sergey is.
That's a cheeky little smile on his face as well. Those are some filthy shots that should never be coming out. This is all well and fine. This one's pretty good too, obviously. Good timing on the peak. This one, he's not even prepared for.
Yeah. Wow. That should be illegal.
Oh, dear.
Well, what we see now, a couple of scouts and some deagles, and I mean, remember how Ence got into the first half? And now this as well. I mean, we're adding like 3 or 4 rounds in total at the moment where you say probably Saw should have won those. And I mean, that's a pretty big margin in a best of we're in a best of 1, right? 1 map. You give away 4 rounds, that's an issue.
Yeah, that's generally the feeling you get when a team is playing, when a team like Saw is probably playing better in terms of their fundamentals and their tactics. But, Ence is getting by on some of their skill. And we always knew that was a win condition for this Ence team, is that individually they were going to be able to do things that Saw just can't, that they can overcome those adversities just because of the skill and experience of their players.
Yeah, we're getting a real taste of that right now. And again, we're sort of discussing some of these players, like Sergey, like Sunny. I'm not even sure we're seeing, near the peak of their skill, which is, I mean, I think if you're a fan of Ence and if you held on through the rough ride that's been the last year and a half or something, maybe that's something to look forward to.
Bless your heart, first of all.
First of all, yeah. Well played. Secondly, yeah, maybe there's something to look forward to in the future there.
Oh, they're gonna hit this B bomb site. It's a rush of all 5 players, but they stop. They're going so slow. They're giving plenty of time to re-peek with the scout. Just as close up with the deagle. He's gonna have a great chance. Double kill. Oh no, not like this. Molotov into the site. Sidoto is here as well. It's just Sergey, and he's got no more magic left. They deserve that.
They absolutely do. It's hard to say it. It makes it sound a bit cruel, but that's like the #1 rule when you go for B. Like, don't stop in the hallway. Especially if you're rushing B, but even if you're just walking. That's not advisable. And they buy into this round, Ence. They actually go for deagles and an AK-47. So, don't know if that's like a tilt buy, but it's, unlikely. I think they get a lot out of this round. Then again, they had Sergey in the last round. Maybe they don't care anymore.
Yeah, maybe it's maybe Sergey's just gonna turn on his head again. Maybe he should just stop buying AKs. He should just use a deagle the entire time.
I mean, why
not be living in that world? Sunny, we're gonna get a chance to see what he's got, see what level he is playing at. He's got the hero AK-47. There's a smoke and 3 flashbangs that Ence can use for the rest of this round. And you have to imagine a deagle would lead the way. And Sunny with that AK-47 comes in behind it, baits, grabs the information, and is able to respond. It's going to be a tough round from start to finish, but Yumpy is leading the way.
He's out in the middle. Be nice if he could find a kill before. If they want to go catwalk here, it's going to get almost impossible. There are 3 people out at long, and they should be winning that fight. So, yeah, if they could distract a little bit and maybe sort of draw someone back into CT spawn or anything like that would definitely help them out. I think if they go straight for this, it should be Saw winning the round, unless that AK of Sunny is gonna hit the peak level. Ooh, what a grenade!
Yeah, there's not enough flashbangs. There's not enough utility to allow this crossfire to get busted up. There's a scope at long range. Oddly enough, nobody from Saw is watching long. Good shot from Sergey, and here we go again. The AK is still in the hands of Sunny as well. Good shot from Arky. And Mutt now getting a new angle. And the plant is what ence can hope for the most. Alu missing his shots with that deagle. Nothing lands. There's the AK, but it's being put into play just too late in the round. And Saw is going to be the first team at double digits.
Yeah, it's very hard when you're on that platform like Sunny is. It would have been great if he could have got another kill and managed to get back a bit so that he could buy some space for himself, but that wasn't really his fault. 10-9 though. Saw have actually returned to the lead. And, I don't know. ence, for all the rounds they've been stealing and getting away with and everything else, they've run out of money themselves. No bomb plant there. This could actually work out for Saw. Could be a cool little return.
Ooh, Molotov into the cave. All the pistols are out already. Flashbangs work, but they don't turn the corner in time to take advantage of them. And Arky's got a double kill. He's going to add on to it with a third, and Sergey finally ends it. But Saw now with a 2-round lead down the stretch. Are you worried yet?
Yeah, slightly. Not like a deep sense of panic. Not like that. Oh, I think I left something in the oven 3 hours ago kind of feeling. But
Okay.
but just like a the little feeling like you left home and you're like, did I lock the door? I probably will be fine even if I didn't. But it could be an issue. That level, I think.
I feel like that level's worse than leaving something in the oven.
No.
Mutt is the
Food will get
opening kill
ruined.
onto Sergey.
That's way worse, Jason.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Well, tuna pizzas can afford to get ruined. Nobody cares about that. They're creeping up along the wall, and Sidoto is never going to see this coming, and that's very dangerous. They actually don't even need utility to turn the corner.
Oh my god,
I can't believe he's missed the information that close. Molotov is going to delay things, and again, ence hit the pause button. That's a perfect flashbang, and this is a dangerous hit, but Mutt is here again to hold on as much as possible.
That grenade actually slowing him down a bit. Sunny's out in the open, just taking straight fights down the middle, and Sidoto will find the last kill. ence, did they not have the smokes there?
They definitely didn't place him. Maybe they wanted to turn that corner and just be really aggressive and take those fights. The problem is if you don't win those quick and you run that strategy, you're in a lot of trouble, as we just saw. This is 2 rounds now where we've seen ence attack the A bomb site, but they're massing all their players either at long or catwalk. If they do a split, that can work. Saw is not being very disciplined with their third player watching the other point of attack, right? When ence is attacking long, that third player is not keeping eyes on catwalk. He's rotating to long to help. When ence is attacking catwalk, that player who's supposed to be in pit or supposed to be at blue box holding the long push actually rotates to car to help out with catwalk. So a split will work wonders for ence if they can ever pull it off.
We'll see if they've actually got that in for themselves or if they somehow have the idea. They're back to pistols, including a Tech-9. Good job on Yampi. Big fan. But, well, they're going to go straight for B. They could. They got the rush, but I'm sure they're going to run into enough grenades to slow them down. Yeah, they bend off. They're not going to go for it. Alu over at long, just in case. But, man, Sora, they're actually doing a very good job right now. Their money is starting to build. And ence are... I don't know, they're not finding the right rhythm right now on the T side. They could go quick in middle, though. That would be fun.
Ooh, chance for Alu if Arky gets impatient. Oh, Dodo has a nice shot onto Sergey. That puts the danger man out of the fight, which has got to make you feel more comfortable as Saw. They're getting so close to taking this map. They're going to be 3 rounds away if something disastrous doesn't occur here. This is so cool. Great shot from Sunny. And that is the start of the calamity.
Yeah, could he land one more out long? It's going to be a swing of the AK. He does pick up the M4 now. He's a little bit more ready, but he's got to be careful he doesn't expose himself to middle, because that would be a disaster, even with the smoke there. It's Aerial getting close instead. Sunny does go down, but a 3-on-3. Aerial has a smoke, and now Alu with an AK-47. He's quickly going to be traded, but look at this crossfire. Even with pistols, this is absolutely lethal. Oh no, Stadono actually getting the kill. I think Aerial maybe swinging a bit too soon there. And that is the round. Still going for Saw in spite of a scary moment. Quad kill on Stadodo.
I don't know what happened to all the rifles that ence could have salvaged. Sunny got that M4 over towards railing. There was one rifle out towards long, but neither of them coming down the stretch get into those fights. They must have gotten picked off by Stadodo earlier. But that's pretty, cuz ence loses those rifles and they only have the Deagle and the P250. They have to take that close crossfire, which is much easier to deal with than a crossfire with someone far back in pit with an AK-47. 4-round lead for Saw and 3 rounds away from the upset victory.
3 rounds indeed. I mean, this is starting to look really good. Round loss bonus is building for ence, and that's something to work with, I suppose. But we need to see something that is replicable, something they, some weakness they found that actually can work. They certainly got that orb on Alu, and could be a nice tool to find a kill, maybe. And right now, Stadodo moving closer. Could be a fight between him and Alu over at the catwalk. Just look at how close they are. Stadodo now, it's getting dangerous. Yeah, he's going to fall back immediately. Doesn't really want to mess with that. And out middle, it's Mutt going down to Jumpy. So that was a bit of a reaction maybe to the shots going on at catwalk. Just Mutt wanting to take a peek, and he does go down. Look at the jump down, though. Aerial to take down Stadodo. That's a nice individual play. Again, I don't know how much they can repeat this ence, but it's giving them this round.
Yeah, I think maybe, I wonder how much information was actually gathered at the B bomb site if they knew there were 2 players in, because that would make sense for the jump down as well. You kill the player in mid, that's the player who's going to watch for the spawn drop, and you're able to pick off the opper at long. Good call from Aerial, but likely had some communication from the other side of the map to know that that was a risk worth taking. And unfortunately, with the way that panned out, Saw can't really fight back, can't really go for this whatsoever. So a nice comprehensive victory for ence. All 5 players survive. They get a little bit of money. And now the last challenge that ence really has to face, we saw in the first half, that Saw has to face. We saw in the first half, ence was able to recover. They can't really allow that to happen.
Yeah.
They kind of need to put a stop to this right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, especially if you look at their own economy. The fact that they're saving 3 rifles here is huge, because Mutt doesn't have that much money. Arky doesn't have that much money to work with. So, yeah, saving 3 rifles means they can split them up. But if ence win another, 2 rounds here, then it's, it's 12-13. But even worse, Saw will have to start ecoing, and yeah, it could get out of control fairly quickly. Have we seen any B splits coming out of ence, apart from the one where they were up middle with pistols and Sergey landed all those shots?
No, their T side has mostly felt like they're just willing to kind of not do a whole lot of like set pieces and executes. They're willing to just kind of take duels and see what happens from that. It seems like at least in the first 30 seconds, they want to just find those heads up fights. Maybe use a little bit of utility, but we're not seeing a whole actual lot of pressure applied by utility, by gaining map control.
So maybe something they could switch into, but
that's why I mentioned those A splits earlier as well.
Yes.
Like, I've seen the weakness on the minimap, and I guess maybe ence haven't quite noticed it. It is obviously harder to do when you don't have all the information, but you should get that feeling that at some point you could split this A bomb site. There's going to be some weakness in that defense with the way they're rotating. 2-1-2 for Saw. 1 player towards long and 1 player at the railing of A. And both those A defenders have used all their utility to get Arky at this position at long A. So there's not a whole lot that Mutt can do to delay any kind of attack on this A bomb site. He's going to have to call rotation back very early on, and that would be Stadodo, who's watching mid with an op for the moment.
it's a very similar setup again. It's Sunny holding up a dark like that. Sergey out long, and the rest of them just working the middle and catwalk. Last time, Yampy snuck in the middle to find a kill once they'd had a little bit of action on catwalk. See if it's going to be something similar. That will give away the fact that the orb is in the middle at the very least. Still a lot of grenades on the end side.
I feel like Saw was thinking along the same lines as you, where they're just like, wait, we haven't seen a mid to B split very, like at all this half. 2 players in mid to start that round, and it didn't come, but obviously now that Mutt's smoke has expired on Catwalk, as I mentioned, he can't hold that on his own. He's got to call Stododo back, who's over at the car. Smoke down towards CT spawn from ence. This can open up the spawn drop for Aerial.
Yeah, here we go, the flashbang. Zarini's going to be dropping right down, you're exactly right. And he goes for the fight, takes down Mutt, and Stododo, he has to fall back. He can't stay out in the middle of long like that. Maybe he could try and catch them, but the bomb is still far back. I don't know what they're doing right now. Jampy's out in the middle with Sergey as well. They're running for the scaffolding, and RMN will take down one. A great double kill there. RMN, and now they're back at the A bomb site. What a completely confusing round. It will be a bomb plant. Aerial back to try and defend it. He's going to get the chance here, and Oil gets shut down. I don't know if ence even knew what they were doing in this round, and they might just have to pay the full price.
Yeah, this was disgusting from ence. It's a horrendous round. Sunny gonna take some shots towards spawn. He's in a 1 versus 3. Gonna go for the peek, and he's got to, but there's so many people here, he can't even hold the line. That's atrocious. I don't like it.
This round, Jason, was a cereal. What kind would it be? What's the worst cereal?
Like corn pops. Corn pops is pretty damn awful.
All right.
It seemed like, so it felt like they made the call to do a strategy that would let them do a mid to B split with the spawn drop of Aerial.
And some of them did do that.
But they never, well, that's the problem, is some of them stayed committed to the mid to B split. 2 players went out mid to attack the B bomb site while Aerial was pushing up long and realizing the A bomb site was clear, while 1 player was coming up Catwalk. So the hit was just so disjointed. It was like they were running 2 different strategies, and half of ence ran one and the other half ran the other. And that's the result. You have 2 players who die needlessly in middle, and then you have players hitting the A bomb site filtered in. Even the last player coming up Catwalk with the bomb had all the utility to actually defend and hold for a Catwalk flank, but didn't use the Molotov to stop it, didn't use the smoke to stop it, and then the player coming back who's not in position actually just gets picked off by said flank. So it's just disorganized and discombobulated all over the place.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions in my mind about that particular round. Maybe we could ask them one of these days. Mutt, caught sleeping. I think he was waiting for more of a signal, maybe a flashbang or something, before he wanted to go for that peek, but he just gets taken right out, staring into the wall. And that is actually a bit of an issue. Stododo has jumped down to try and see if he can catch anyone, but they are back up Catwalk. This, on the other hand, is a great swing. What a great call from ence. A little bit of chaos in middle. They hear the orb going off. They say, fine, if the orb's not going to be over at long, then let's go back. And that's the round 1. Jason,
Stododo going to get picked off. Yep.
They can make calls like these. Why are they making the other calls?
It's always that's always the I mean, kind of the problem with the team like ence that is in this weird limbo place is you see flashes of what they can be and you see the good glimpses. It's just they haven't apparently gotten comfortable yet and consistent with those good calls and the good style of play. And it's, I mean, that happens when it's part of the process of growth and learning as a team. It's just disappointing to see that they can't have the consistent good calls against Saw. I mean, this is nothing to take away against Saw, but ence should be overwhelming favorites in this game. And they should be able to run whatever they want.
Well, it's getting towards the end here. 14-11. Remember, there's no overtime. They're going to be splitting the points. And, I mean, if you're ence right now and you split the points against Saw again, that might be one of the chances you have to start to make a couple of more on the board overall. And it's real important. So they don't want to give it away here. They've done a lot of damage early in this round, and I think they've got the right idea. There's a lot of people out long, and surely they can get out without running into too much trouble here.
Here's my question for you, Anders.
Go on.
You picked ence to beat NIP later on today. Do you regret that with the information you now have of witnessing ence in this game?
I think what's going to happen is basically that they'll weed out all of the weirdness and all of the crazy calls in this one. Like, that's where they just, they feel a bit loose, like trying a new style, like just hanging out for a little bit. And then when it comes to NIP, it's going to be a different thing altogether. So
yeah.
I'm pretty worried, yeah.
So to summarize, I am indeed worried.
I'm real worried.
Aerial has got them out of danger, at least in this round.
Listen,
he was postured at the lip of B bomb site for that whole time, and then eventually just takes it over.
I'll tell you what. when we're playing the stupid prediction game, though, when you start to fall behind, you're actually just incentivized to go for more and more crazy picks, because otherwise you'll never catch up, right? So that's where we're at. Just Anders playing catch up, or I'll finish really far behind everyone else. Could happen too. I'm willing to.
We've
admit.
seen this play out in the past. It's usually the latter situation.
Just doubling down on the crazy picks. Well, FAMAS's 1 AWP, limited grenades, no defuse kits. You can tell on the Saw side of things that it is starting to get a little bit tricky. Oh, Arky pushing in long. What an important kill. There's 4 people on the other side of that, but only one of them came through the smoke. Aerial, though, pushing up. Could be walking right into this AWP of Stadodo if he's not careful.
Yeah, here's the reaction. Aerial trying to take advantage of aggressive long stance, but obviously not ready to turn the corner. 2 players behind him, and they're going to back away slowly. And ence is, I mean, they're all kind of bunched up in middle with control, but it doesn't seem like they know where they want to go at the moment. Still looking for a mistake out of the Saw team, and as long as Saw just doesn't peek anything at the moment, they should be just fine. They have a decent enough setup right now, playing retake at this A bomb site. You seemingly in this game, you can rely on Stadodo to get at least that 1 kill as they cross into the site. But this is everything for the Saw defense. They have no money after this, so they cannot afford to lose.
Man, if any of these 2 long players go down, it's real trouble. Mutt has been smoked off. Oh, he should not yet. They're throwing the same one to try and jump down, but Mutt's going to be waiting for it. Yeah, he'll turn. Even with the FAMAS, he can win that fight. That's a great turnaround. I think they definitely saw it coming. Stadodo goes down over at long, so still a chance here. 2-on-3, 25 seconds. Bomb plant in route here. Molotov will force him to put it out here, but I think he's fine with that. Down and long, Sergey's picked up an AWP, and there is no smoke to cover the defuse here. That could be huge. That AWP and long could actually win them this round, and it's in spite of the fact that it didn't start off all that well. Easy shot for Alu. Flick comes in, and it's a headshot to take down Mutt, and he goes for an easy kill. What a triple from Alu.
You're exactly right. Saw just did not have the utility to retake that bomb site. That is perfect work from Alu. Even waiting for that final flash from his teammate, getting an easy kill onto Catwalk. Man, that flashbang designed for that drop down did not work nearly as good as the smoke did the previous time they ran that strategy. And this is Alu just being fantastic, saving ence at the end. And here's the issue. Now that Saw's out of money, they can't buy anything here. Even the next round is going to be a bit painful for them in terms of what they can bring forward. They have a 3-round loss bonus. Actually, it shouldn't be too bad. They'll be right around 5k, so they can probably get mostly everything they want. Stadodo with the AWP might be light on armor or light on utility. But otherwise, that 14-14, that round number 29 is everything.
That's where they're running out of runway, isn't it? And they saw them all cross middle, so they're just going to go straight for the A-bomb side. No surprises here at all. I mean, the fact that they didn't have the smoke, and then the fact there was a great counterflash that came out, which allowed Alu to just pick up that last kill super easy. They're trying to hunt him down with a deagle, and they'll finally get the kill on him, which is a bit annoying. Can he throw away that AWP just? I don't know if it'll even make a difference. There's so much money on Alu. So he's just doing his best to do some more damage here. It will be 14-14, and hard to get rid of in this game for some reason.
Yeah, they are. They're like a toenail. I mean, a hangnail. They're just hanging around. Always just painfully sticking in your foot.
Yeah. Had many of those.
I kind of feel bad about that comparison. We've all been there. All tied up.
Not the most flattering way to describe a team, Jason. Fair enough, I guess. Stadodo at 24 kills. It's Alu and Aerial at 23 each. Sunny down at 12. I asked you earlier about his level compared to sort of the maximum we've seen out of him, and you did say it wasn't really there yet.
No, but I don't even blame him for that. I mean, we've seen, we've obviously highlighted some of the disorganized rounds that ence have had, and I imagine that is Sunny kind of. I mean, I don't think he's probably ever had an in-game leader in the past, and now doing it with this team, you're kind of learning on the fly. Yeah. And more than anything, you're probably learning how frustrating and difficult it can be.
It is. It's the worst job in the world, isn't it? 29th round.
All right, here we go. This time, Stadodo with the AWP is up on Catwalk. He wants an early pick as they turn that corner. They do have the utility to at least force him back to neutralize. They're going to go for the run boost instead. There's the flashbang. Oh, and they almost lost his life doing that. Look at ence picking up the pace, and I think this is them finally noticing something to counter. Almost a double. Sunny was dinked through the body of Sergey. But I think ence finally realized Sidodo takes that shot and backs up. There's no one else to defend that bomb site early on.
Oh, Sidodo actually gets a kill on Alu. That's pretty impressive, and now that causes a real problem. Aerial is out in the open. If they fight him while he's still here, he doesn't get away, but it doesn't matter. Jumpy gonna pick up 2 big kills, taking down Sidodo and Mutt in CT spawn, and just like that, it may have swung back in their favor. I actually thought they were gonna catch Aerial, and that would be the beginning of the retake, but just an RMN, if they fall back, then they're playing to split the points. They just don't trust themselves. Hard to blame them, maybe, but wow, I think that was on a knife's edge. I think if they'd caught Aerial, then that probably turns. They probably catch Jumpy as well.
Yeah, Saw was being very aggressive on that retake as well. That's unfortunate. Jumpy jumping up on the box, a great individual play, but look, these individual efforts out of ence is what's bailing them out of this map. The triple kill from Alu in the post plant, now Jumpy. This is a nice shot from Sidodo, but sticking around for far too long. And look at this from Jumpy, even the transfer over to Mutt coming out of spawn. That's a thing of beauty. So a lot of really good rounds. The Sergey Deagle round, the Alu clutch. Now the Jumpy play here. Aerial's opened things up solo on his own a couple times. And now we've got 3 ops and an auto sniper to spam down mid. No damage is dealt. What a shot. Blind as well. And now it's all over. ence, they get the full weight behind him, and now they just push to the close.
Just right outside, he's going to take the face off. Sunny goes for another fight, dropping Alu, and that's such a brave performance. But Sidodo is alone with a scout in CT spawn. And so, I mean, they have been so close to winning this game for a while, but this is just too much. 16-14, Sergey will get the last one, and ence will survive the scare. Just barely.
That's harsh for Sun. They play this season like yesterday late game. They challenge ence on the road, and you have to really get my saw. But ence just a bit too much into individual play. Not a great game, but they'll points. They'll take them, and sometimes you just Either way, we're gonna head to a break now. We'll send it off to the capture this and next map right for you. So stay tuned.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second week here.
We've got the best teams in the world and complexity.
But Flamey is his kryptonite again! Oh! This is it. It's a bulldozer.
We have fun, we're going to play good. We may lose some shit rounds, but you just brush it off, and if we win some good rounds, we cheer. That's all it is.
The best team in the world going up against a team who, hasn't even been able to qualify for the major yet.
Just trying to buy time, flanking around, hunting him down, and Immediate defuse. He's right there with the kid. Oh my god, I can't believe it. 16 and 12.
I've seen every big CSGO match ever. I can tell you that would already be like a top 5 upset of all time.
Simple contest. Oh! The shutdown.
This isn't the Astralis that I know.
Really trying to get in the pit. Can he stand tall one last time? He lies. Oh no! A brave election saved it. 16-14. Now we do it.
Was ready for vitality versus complexity. I introduce you to North America's newest juggernaut.
16-6 as they take down vitality.
Complexity have one last beast to challenge.
They wanted to build Juggernaut, but we want to destroy the Juggernaut.
Of course.
16 rounds to Navi's favor. Victories on Train and Mirage.
And the Navi Storm has come and conquered today.
It's an exciting, couple of days that we've had here, and it doesn't feel like we've had any losers other than maybe Astralis.
Dois. Outro. Dois.
Outro.
Esconde. Tiro.
¡Vamos! ¡Ese mismo!
4 tiros, que filha da
I'm glad that we've got the chicken there. He's always making his appearance in these clips, but you can tell good energy and clean comms there from the Portuguese. Despite that fact, though, they were not able to clinch it in the end. 16-14 win for ence, who have gone perhaps a little bit of a ways here to, let's say, putting our analysts' nerves to rest. They've recovered. It was looking grim at the beginning, but then they managed to actually show some grit and recover. So, Thorin, what did you take away from this match? Because going into it, we weren't too sure about where ence was standing right now.
I mean, you say that, Semler, that the comms were clean. Like, I'd be mad tilted if people were backseat driving me, literally telling me when to shoot the gun. Like, shoot. It's like, listen, mate, I think I can take care of that part of the game. But actually, in this particular game, they didn't need that advice. Like, I actually thought a bunch of them fragged really well. I don't think any player on Saw played particularly bad. Yeah, a few mistakes here and there, but you don't expect them to play at the tier 1 level. Even though it's Dust 2, like, actually, from the first half, ence was in the driving seat. Like, they had a great first half considering it's Dust 2. Like, I expected them to just roll away with this one. So I think you've got to give a lot of credit to the guys from Saw to even put themselves in position to win. I do again feel like this reminds me a little bit of the Chaos versus MIBR game from yesterday. Once you reach that finish line, it's very, very different from actually winning the game. You start thinking about the win, you start playing differently. You don't play the same way you would if you were in a 14-15 down position and you had to win that round to win the game. So I feel as though they probably did mentally have a lapse there. Then again, though, ence is what basically barged their way in and forced that to happen. Aloe had a bunch of big clutch rounds. Sonny had a few nice deagle shots here and there. Like, generally, listen, for ence, you stole this one. You got away with this is daylight robbery. Yeah. But whatever, they all count. You got away with the Dust 2 pick. It's fine.
I mean, Maniac, would you concur with that? It did feel like at the end of the first half, you're thinking, man, ence not looking too good. And then Saw take the lead. They get even further ahead. Do you feel like ence kind of got away with robbery here?
Yeah, I agree with Duncan. I agree. And I was looking for answers before that game, and I have to say I didn't really get them. I'm not really more certain or more calm about ence than I was before that game. Sure, they win the last 6 rounds, and as Duncan said, it was probably a case of the Portuguese being a little bit scared, a little bit anxious of winning that everlasting round. But there is one thing that I got away from that ence performance is that the double AWP is going to be a threat for sure. We see Yumpy bringing up, we see Alu having it on the other side of the map, and if this can be a mechanism that they use on every map, then that is one strength that I'm going to accord them.
And so now, well, that's all the time we have, gentlemen, to discuss that first match of the day. We have many European matches to get into, 4 more, in fact. And so let's start talking about the next one that's about to come up. And I know that Duncan is going to have some straight fire to drop on this one. He's already started in the pre-show. Dignitas versus Virtus Pro will be our second match of the day. And, well, Thorin, Dignitas not quite living up to expectations, or are they?
It depends what your expectations were. Like, if your expectations were interesting marketing exercise, like these are very popular players, let's see what you can do with that, then yeah, it seems to be going all right so far. If you're talking about actually being a competent tier 1 team, I don't think they've managed that, but you know what? They're in luck because they're not playing against a competent tier 1 team. Now they're playing against Virtus Pro. So I would say the interesting thing about this matchup for me is I would maybe give the team player edge to the guys from Dig. Obviously, they have played together many, many years. They know what each other can do. They certainly have to activate Holzerg, but whatever, they do that generally. The big problem I see in this particular matchup is I actually feel like map pool-wise, which we'll get to later, VP has certain little edges they could sharpen and potentially make dangerous for the guys from Dig. And I also feel as though, we've talked about this in some of the past Dig games, right? First of all, even Holzerg being a monster is actually in the last few months, it's not necessarily a given. And that was basically condition one to give you some Dig wins. Then get right to being up and down. So my big problem at the moment in this team is I never know what I'm going to get in terms of firepower. Like actually, that's the least consistent element of the team for me.
That's a fair point. We saw a little bit of that yesterday from Holzerg, in fact. And so, you know, kind of dancing on the edge right now, Dignitas. Maniac, do you concur before we get into the map selection here?
Yeah, just to bounce back on Holzerg, I was kind of impressed with his first performance when they got together, but just to be fair, I think the pressure on his shoulder is just too high, right? When you are in his position, he's supposed to be surrounded by so much experience. He's supposed to be actually in a comfortable position, right? He's supposed to be raised and mentored into becoming a great player, whereas after a few weeks, everyone, experts included, agree that, you know what, you have to be the guy performing. You will be the one pushing the engine. You will be getting the kills, and then hopefully the experienced guys will clutch them around. What a hard situation to be in, honestly, for Holzerg. Obviously, that gives him a platform to shine, which is great if they do well. But if they fall, we will remember Holzerg as the guy that couldn't carry them, and I think it's a little bit unfair.
That's a fair point to go with. I mean, do we have any thoughts here from Virtus Pro before we hop into it? Because here's their map pool we're looking at. I mean, they are pretty much Inferno, and that's the name of the game for them. But Doran, what are you making of Virtus Pro going into this match?
Yeah, well, actually, that's probably the most interesting part to me is like, first of all, they do very much remind me of when they were a Vanguard, which is that most of the time, they're not going to be that good. But like every now and then, they will almost trip over and have a great game. And part of it is they can do it on maps that aren't even high win rate for them, as they did at the Major, where they were winning on like Mirage, that they had like a 25% win rate on. So here, in the Vita, I'll tell you right now what I'm scared for if you Dig, is that it ends up on Train. Because that is one of Dig's most played maps, and that is a map that they have an appalling win rate on. And I tell you what, we already know that this Vanguard/VP team, it's actually they've chosen to take it out themselves, have always played that. So there's one that I think was a danger, but that's out of the window at the moment. Where would you like to see this one go, Mania? I feel like, I mean, Inferno has to be on the table, perhaps.
Inferno was going to be my bet, honestly. It looks to be right in the middle for both teams. If you're VP, obviously, as you said, the numbers are good. It's the map that you've been winning again and again. One of the probably the only map where you have an interesting win rate. Whereas, I want to say an IP, no, that's Dig. Whereas Dig, you know, they've played Inferno a million times. Okay, they actually decided not to go for Inferno and go for Vertigo. That is interesting, not to say risky, but you know what, why not? Why not, honestly?
This is actually a scary move if you're a Dig fan, because they've only played it 4 times in the last 3 months, and they've only won it half the time. Whereas actually, like, even though Virtus Pro's around a similar kind of win rate, they've played it a lot more. So listen, this is a map that's very, very tricky. And in my opinion, it's not one you just play willy-nilly. You really have to know your opponent on this map, because if you don't have a read on what he's going to do, you can really get thrown off. So if Dig can win this, if Vendetta and Fifth Lauren have put in the hours, I'll say props to them. But I feel like this is also, wasn't the one I expected to end up on, but it's a potential banana skin scenario where you could slip up real bad.
No, fair enough. And so we're going to do something a little different. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for the analysis going into this match. And I'm definitely keeping an eye on things now that it's Vertigo. That's going to shift things up. But we're going to change it up. We're going to have an interview very quickly, a minute long, with Yokinder. And I guess not. We're going to break. We're going to break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to London for week 3 of Blast Premier. We've got some top tier Counter-Strike coming your way.
The 100 Thieves and G2!
Down now, 2 quick kills. They should not lose this game right now. This is not a team that yet has the pedigree to beat an EG.
It is Valentine's Day, guys, but what happens under the desk stays under the desk.
Dad and Dad, we're back together again.
So what we have to do, we will win this game. Deal?
But they're coming in from long as well. Beezer's going to be there. What an upset. It took all 3 maps.
This is going to be a spicy one. 100 Thieves versus EG!
They take them down in overtime and win
of a match between G2 and OG.
Chance for this, and he gets down to 1v2 to close it out.
EG versus OG for a spot in the great finals in Moscow.
We are legends of this game. We will rip, shoot hits. Dean, let's go, Alexi.
It was an upset last time and everyone was shocked, but here we go. OG absolutely living the dream, and they will take him down for a second time.
Let's focus, boys. Let's focus like we played first time against them.
They've done it. They've bounced back on Dust 2. We're going to the final map of Blast Premier Spring Series, baby.
Let's take it just like this.
And G2, one frag away, 1 HP away from shutting down the dreams of OG.
There we go. G2 Esports first place in Group C. Fantastic stuff. We'll see you in a couple of months, of course, for the showdown. And for now, enjoy the rest of your evening. There we go. Bye.
Yakinda, the thing I wanted to start off with here is you get to join VP coming from the Pro 100 lineup. What did it feel like to you when you first got this offer, and were you surprised that it came your way?
Well, I mean, I was putting in a lot of work lately, like the past year or so. So I was working really hard, and I thought that I'm gonna get like in a higher level team, and I wasn't really surprised because the deal was actually like going on for like a while now, and it only came closed like in May, but it started like a lot faster, you know, like the interest from the organization. Yeah, and but I'm glad I joined. I wasn't surprised at first. Maybe the first time I heard that it could be possible, I was maybe a little bit surprised, but it was nothing like special, I guess. I was ready for that already.
All right, not surprised, hardworking. I think that actually shows. I'm actually really surprised in a good kind of way watching Yakinda play. So what about you, Jason? What do you think?
It was all right. I have a tough time getting over how I don't know. VP looked really not good yesterday. I didn't enjoy anything I kind of saw to the game. I was actually so amazed this morning when I woke up and I saw the prediction tweet from Blast that had so many people predicting Virtus.pro to win this game. That was incredible to me. You could see Hulzerk here for NIP, Jame for Virtus.pro, the two Oppers going head to head. Not great, but overall not too shabby. Oppers generally will have a lower ADR, but we'll see how they do in this game. I really like what I'm seeing at Hulzerk, and I think the dig that we saw earlier in this year is so much different when Hulzerk is in the lineup.
Game time. Someone is on point with the memes. I like it. I don't know. I think you're right about VP, but I think Yakinda and Kicked were the two standout players. And actually, look at the odds though. The Betway odds there. It's definitely still a lot of people on the VP side. How does that make you feel, Jason? Doubting yourself?
I don't know. I'm so confused by it. I like even though this dig lineup, I'm not necessarily thinking that this is going to be any kind of a world-beating team. I don't think they're ever going to get back to the level they were at previously, even with Hulzerk. I don't know why they are considered like they're so many people are going against them for VP here. So this will be interesting. This is going to be fun to see what they can bring to the table here on Vertigo. We know this is a team whose prep generally goes well. Vendetta obviously does a lot of work. We know him and how hard and how much he puts in and what he can bring to the table. Fifth Laren as well, bringing some cool strategies. I thought Dig yesterday on Train had a pretty cool T side with a few smaller mistakes, but I didn't see anything out of VP that was really redeeming, except for Kickert's individual performance.
Listen, Vendetta is the whole reason why I picked VP to win this. He betrayed me last time. I trusted him. He said they'd beat Mad Lions, and so now this is what happens. You know, I'm just gonna say that right now. That's my main motivation. I just, you have to teach him somehow. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe the crowd is
tough
right.
love out of Anders.
A little bit of tough love, yeah. Well, Yakandar going for a really quick jump. That's actually showing quite a bit. That can be dangerous. They could have been there, I think, to maybe shoot him right in the face. But they're just going to show themselves and start to walk back. Holzerk is going to have some advanced notice, though. And again, the range down this ramp, it could be dangerous if he just swings for a quick peek. No, he's not going to do that. He'll fall right back.
A little bit of utility to delay the hit that would come in. All 5 players from VP are here, already moving up down the hallway. Now going to attack into the bomb site itself, and this is a very passive, very retake-oriented defense from Dig, and maybe a little bit too much. They would love to get just at least 1 kill. They've got 2 smokes, they've got 3 HE grenades for this retake. There's 1 kit on Freiburg, a lot of utility, and James taps the plant and backs away, so the nades don't do their job.
Yeah, only the last one landed, but the first 2 absolutely went out of his range. That was a very, very smart play. Just making sure he didn't get completely bombed. Now the bomb's down, and it's a 5 versus 5. Here's a Molotov to buy some time, a little bit of a flashbang, but no one really peeking behind it. So Dig, they have the initial setup, but now they actually need to move and get those kills. Exist will pick up 1, get right in. There's Exist again, and they're mowing them down. Wow, all within the space of a couple of seconds, and a 10-second defuse here. But that is a very cool retake from Dig, in spite of actually failing, I think, some of the early grenade setups there.
Yeah, obviously the HE grenades didn't do nearly as much as they would have liked. A bit of damage on a Jame. It's just fine shooting from Exist and Get Right. The nice thing is, no one made the mistake. Get Right was in a little bit of a tough spot before the retake begins, with the Molotov into his position, a flashbang as well, and he almost got forced into the open, but nobody from Dig dies before they can actually execute that retake, so that was a big helping factor. Kickert has an AK-47 in this round, the Hero AK. I believe that was dropped over by Jame, the Alper, so he won't be able to get that weapon out for some time. And 1-0 for the moment.
Single AK-47. I'm excited it's on Kickert. I still, that was like the one takeaway that I had from watching this team, was like, Yakandar playing pretty well. Kickert hitting some amazing shots, which obviously, when you say it like that, you realize that's not going to be enough to actually have a whole team. But I don't know. Yeah,
the other side of that takeaway is not just Kickert with amazing shots and amazing impact, but the other takeaway is, man, where's Sanji? Where's Adren? These guys were revelations towards the end of last year.
Yeah. Yeah, when we talked about Jame and how we had whole rounds where he didn't even fire the AWP even when he had it. It was all a bit lackluster, wasn't it? But this round, solo AK, we've seen it work before. It can work, but it's putting a lot of eggs into one basket here. And he's already got shot in the toes down there, so they know what's coming.
It's actually a nice early engagement for VP. Force Halzerk away. He's got 3 health. That's going to make the defense a bit more passive at this bomb site. So actually, VP can maybe be aggressive here and get a plant down. 2 smokes and a flashbang. Yakandar challenging Freiburg over towards B. And he's not too worried about it, but he has called Forrest back to help out with that M4, with that range. And all of VP is now rotating back. 18 seconds on the clock, and they're going to come join up with Yakandar. Forrest is here as well.
Yeah, smart from Forrest, not moving out. He was tempted, he was running back, but this is some heads-up play from Dig, just not showing that many nerves. I really appreciate that. There were a lot of smoke thrown into the A bomb site, and there was about 20 seconds, so, you know, if you're a little bit panicked there on the Dig side, you think, oh god, they're coming and a Holzerk's already low, let's just rotate, a 4th guy in here. And they didn't bite at all. I liked seeing that.
I actually really like the defense that they're going to have set up at this bomb site with Freiburg as the anchor and Forest rotating over. Freiburg just being the pivot point, allowing Forest to play off him, and basically deathmatch around wherever Freiburg is peeking. If Freiburg peeks left, Forest is going to cover his right, and that keeps a lot of space for the aim of Forest to have an impact.
Well, now we got AKs. James has got a Tech 9. So, obviously not the best scenario, but certainly good enough to have an impact. Nearly finding a kill there. If you were watching the game that that NIP were playing on this particular map, you will have seen Plopsky do a lot of work outside of that B-bomb site. He's become sort of a master of that. It's very cool to see. Not everyone has that luxury.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, not everyone has the confidence to just go for those duels at that A bomb or at that B bomb site, excuse me, on the staircase. Plopsky was able to do it against Saw. We'll see if VP can do something similar against Dig. Exist is playing over towards the sandbags. There's one Molotov on Jame, and he's gonna be here. So they could actually put him out of his misery. There it is. Exists the smoke to put it out. It takes a while to get it out, and to get it deployed takes a small bit of damage. Oh, that's a great shot from Kickert. Again, providing an opening for his team, and it might put pressure on Exist to make a play.
Yeah, I mean, that smoke's going to be gone soon. He does peek out for a bit of a shot there. It's just a Tech 9 gone down, and yeah, Kickert knows that. He's going to try and see if he can maybe find the kill on Get Right. He's back here with the M4. Smoke's about to fade in front, but they duck right in front for the bomb plant. 3 versus 4, and now with the bomb down, Adren is covering behind. They know no flank is coming, so in a second they can actually all focus on this. And I mean, even with the smoke there on Freiburg, this is going to be an almost impossible defuse.
We'll see. It better be perfect. I'm surprised they're surprised they're even going for this.
Yeah.
2 on 4. Freiburg spamming through. At this point, surely you just back away. There's too many angles to clear. And yeah, Forrest, he looks for a peek, looks for one frag, and now it's time to go. Freiburg gonna join up with him. So first round for VP, slow progressive hit towards that B bomb site, and they find a pretty disjointed defense. Exist was never able to get put into play with a teammate in support either. They can drop weapons over. The question is, how long are they going to wait before Hulzer gets an AWP in his hand? Freiburg could actually drop him one over, considering he has a kit, a smoke, and 1 flash. It'll lessen some of the nades he can bring forward, but it might be worth it.
You have to assume, surely, that there's some sort of protocol in play for when Exist does get Molotov, because you know that's going to happen like 95% of the time when you're hiding behind the sandbags. So what's the plan? You smoke it off. That's fine. That's good. That's a good start. Now what? Does he flash himself out? Do you have someone inside of the bomb site? There's got to be a protocol in play for Dig that just wasn't executed for whatever reason.
Get Right stuck on the Deagle. He's been given pistol duty. And he's the one guarding mid. So this play can be huge. No one has eyes on this so far. Dig is really kind of gambling that nobody from VP is going to make this kind of a play too early. Get Right's going to come over, and if he swings too wide for information, the nades should give it up. And now he can call it out. Forrest is on notice. Molotov is out for Freiburg, holding the line. He goes down. Forrest to the right. They're not going to clear it. He's got a double kill and the bomb, and he's looking for one more to come over on top. But they're already up the staircase, and there's one more flank from Jame. The defense crumbles.
What a confusing round. Forrest basically defending the bomb site on his own, but then a third man, Jame, comes in late. And we've got to give a shout out to Sanji even getting the early kill with the AK stumbling into the site. That looked absolutely ridiculous. Now, Exist and Holzerk, they're both in position. They could retake this if they're quick to make it a 2-on-2. But now they've revealed themselves, and Kickert is going to start to come in and join the rest of the team. So he's on those stairs back there. 1 HE grenade left, which is not going to kill anyone at this point in time here. How do you defuse this, though? I mean, you're going to be so exposed in the middle of this site. And yeah, they're going to maybe try and boost on the other side. Could be dangerous. Tapping the bomb once. And there's the shot coming over. Jame with the 1 kill and Kickert with the other one. Close call there and very, very expensive for VP. But they pick up the win and no money now for Dig.
Yeah, that's a nice boost up over the smoke right at the end, just as it's starting to fade as well. That could have been dangerous if it fades at the wrong point, but Virtus Pro makes it work. And yeah, that's a weird scenario. Freiburg and Forrest just get caught in awkward positions because there was no one actually defending mid, because there was no real warning before that attack actually occurs. Freiburg and Forrest don't have any chance to readjust themselves and make them safe to at least the main choke point, to the staircase towards that A bomb site. They're just stuck between a rock and a hard place. Even the double kill from Forrest was pretty fortunate. Get Right gets caught trying to be sneaky.
Less sneaky there, Forest and Exist. Standing on top of each other.
Here's the kind of fun part about this. The way it's playing out with last round mid not being covered by anyone at the start. Obviously, GetRight had a deagle. He was supporting over towards A. This round as well was an easy walk up for Virtus Pro. It almost feels like Dig is just expecting VP to respect them and not make these kind of plays. It's still early going. We'll see if Dig can put a stop to that or if VP continues it. But if Dig think that Virtus Pro is just not going to walk into bomb sites, they've obviously proven that they're going to be wrong.
Yeah, that's, you know, we brought up the term protocols, which I'm kind of stealing from Potter a little bit. I think it's a good idea or a good concept to have in the back of your mind, but around that A ramp, there are like 10 different ways of dealing with that, you know? Like you can have a set timing where you flash your way in to take a fight at the ramp, or, you know, again, like there are so many ways to handle it. You can have a set number of grenades, you throw like 3 of them all at the same time. Like there's so many ways to do it. So I'd love to see Dig try something else, because it does feel like when they get pushed far enough back in, VP are just going to challenge them. And again, AK versus M4 from us, I mean, that's not a fight that you're going to come out on top of a lot of the time. That's
Here
a
we
nice...
go. Freiburg again in the initial defense. Nades deep into the back of the B bomb site. He's peering down. A good dink onto Yekindar. 14 HP. The nade. Oh, it does go far enough. What a hero toss. Hulzerk with a double kill. And the Dig defense looking good this round, number 6.
Yeah, especially with those 2 kills over at the A-bomb site. That was very well done. Sanji will take out GetRight. Smoke off towards the middle, hoping that maybe he can force someone else to come peek him. In fact, he will, but it's going to be like 3 of them almost at his position for us to take him down. And James now, with the bomb, could be interesting if he could sneak in a bomb plant. I mean, I don't think he's going to win the round behind it, but again, it would give them a bit of a bonus, and maybe could make it more expensive a Dig if he could take 1 or 2 with him in the fight here. He's actually going to keep peeking and will take down Hulzerk. Not a bad start, and it will at least be a bomb plant here.
I guess Dig had the wrong idea, maybe a wrong communication, but that's a really tough time for Hulzerk to be all on his own. James playing around this smoke. Retake has not yet begun. Oh, they spot him out. There must have been a crack. Exist knew it the whole time. Defuse comes in and Dig has tied things up 3-3. But the money's still not good for Dig. They have 3 players survive. And it's going to be another investment from Virtus Pro, especially with the extra bonus money of this plant. They're flush with cash. They're sitting fine. 9K on Kicker. 8K on Sanji and Yekindar. It's only Dig who's really struggling to have any kind of cash flow.
Yeah, something is showing there. You're absolutely right. I mean, another thing to just to point out, I suppose, 3 AKs being picked up there by Dig. Always fun when you're on the CT side. In a previous life, Jason, those would have been all Kriegs.
You miss those days?
Not really.
That life sucked. Glad we got away from that one. Yekindar again gonna challenge. You gotta like this. I like the pop flash as well. It didn't really do anything except force Yekindar to look in a different direction. It didn't blind him. I think the real test we're gonna start seeing from VP, I believe they're gonna start attacking GetRight's position a little bit more frequently.
Yeah, they could try and put some pressure on that part of the middle there. Sanji walked right into that, or I think it spread in a way that he just wasn't expecting. That's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, especially the noise queue is probably the worst of it. I think he wanted to maybe lurk, maybe challenge. But remember, they've picked him off with an aggressive push in the previous round, and they also had that freebie round where he had the deagle. So I think they're going to feel like mid is a place that has provided them a lot of success. Exist going to put the Molotov out again, so they know his position.
Yeah, Hulzerk with a headshot. Kick it again, trying to push the angle. But now it's actually, he's just hanging out there. They will try and grenade him, but he gets back around the corner, and I mean, that's good enough. As long as he doesn't go down needlessly, I'm kind of happy about it. 5 versus 3, 40 seconds now, and they go for the fight. This is a nice idea. Basically a 3-man push to try and fight on that right-hand side, and that's a bit of a power play coming out from Dig.
Exist now in the position. Oh, James got another one. He's going to jump right up. It's GetRight who's next. Knife is out. GetRight's caught. One player pushing into the A site. That's GetRight who comes back for it. 22 HP, and James is left on 9 with the bomb in only 15 seconds. He's going to try and institute some James time, but Freiburg puts a stop to it.
Yeah, wasn't getting away from that one. I like them going aggressive instead of just falling back into the bomb site. Even if they had the lead, 5-on-3 like that, they were like, we can either all wait really far back here and just continue to have fights, or maybe we just go and catch them. That worked out pretty well. Oh, James time. He's not letting go with the memes, is he?
That meme will never die. It's around forever. I don't know. That round is actually much closer, I think, than it seemed. This is what's going to be interesting. I think this is what might catch Dig off guard, but this is the worrying sign for me. Is Exist even puts that Molotov out, but Kickert just walks up knowing Exist isn't going to peek out of the smoke. There's a world in which he catches Hulzerk entirely off guard and opens up that A-bomb site, and then it's a really awkward position for Exist to be in with no support to escape that scenario.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% seeing what it is Exist is sort of really meant to do. Like, I'm not seeing the overall plan. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch the demo to really catch it, but it feels to me like, yeah, he's putting out the Molotov, and then I'm not sure what the next step is.
It's very basic, and I think the reason you're not, he's putting the Molotov out with the smoke, staying in it, and then waiting for a pop flash to peek and use it as the escape. But it's that peek, that ability to maybe grab one kill as you fall back and information on top of it. Oh god, oh dear, that is a rough miss. Get Right is gonna thankfully return the favor. But I think that's got to be Get Right calling Hulzerk over and saying, listen, he's starting to really challenge me here in mid. Just let's come put him down for one round, and hopefully he stays away from that idea for some time. And obviously the miss is going to make him feel more comfortable taking that challenge.
Yeah, I mean, that was just inexplicable, wasn't it? We're never going to see Hulzerk do that again. Incredible grenade landing there on the A ramp. That's got to be really annoying. Both Jame and Kickert getting tagged up on that one. Yekindar has been having this fight with Freiburg quite a lot and hasn't really been coming out on top, and this time all he does is tag him. It prompts another pop flash, but Yekindar will take him down this time. He knows Forrest is in there somewhere. He's going to go for it, but Forrest will bring him down instead. 3-on-3, 35 seconds, and they're going to go for the A side, trying to smoke off Exist and Get Right both. That is being spotted, although the smoke will actually block him off. I think maybe the AWP would have had a chance there.
Oh, Jame was looking for that. He missed his chance as well. Both AWPers missing shots you'd normally see them hit. We have a 3-on-3 retake, and Get Right, I think, desperately wants to switch out for a rifle. Forrest is going to come in on the flank. That's the AWP taken care of, and now he can go passive, looking for the response. Get Right and Exist. One smoke on Forrest as well. They know one is still in the bomb site, and now they have the location of Kickert. Good job from Exist to bait out the peaks, get the information before committing to any fight, and it's a 5th round for Dig.
Yeah, smart way to throw the smoke back there. Once the bomb is down, it's really awkward if the T's are allowed to hide over on that little corridor, but worked out just fine. 5-3. That is the money once again gone. Yeah, this is the grenade. Boom. Right on top.
This is...
Oh, that's all. That's also freaking out.
Oh my lord, that's the whole thing.
You know,
that's a whole sequence.
We've all been there.
Take the watch off as well, young man.
Yeah, don't want to be damaging yourself or the watch. This time he did not miss, so it's all good.
That's good. Well, that last round is an interesting, or I guess it's a good example of why I don't have a whole lot of. Ooh, hold the phone. Get Right and Forrest setting up a crossfire. They kind of know this is coming. Good peek from Forrest, and VP has never seen 2 players here in mid. They see it now, and Freiburg gets a triple. That previous round is one that is kind of why I don't have a whole lot of confidence in Virtus Pro, and I'm interested to see if they do it again here. But this T side seems very much predicated on people just winning an opening fight. You saw Yekindar challenge Freiburg over at the B bomb site. You saw Sanji challenging Get Right and Hulzerk in mid all on his own. You're just seeing across the map. We've seen Kickert like solo try and walk up into the A bomb site. It doesn't look like VP necessarily have a plan to find opening kills. They're just kind of sending some of their aimers into positions and seeing what they can find, and that is not going to be a consistently winning recipe.
Yeah, I'm sort of tempted to agree. I'm getting. I mean, I was worried from the beginning, I reckon, but I'm getting progressively more worried as this is going on. Look at the bank as well that's building on Dig, and yeah, VP they need to start doing some real damage. Just I think it's like 1 out of 3 fights, or maybe something like that, has been won by Freiburg versus Yekindar over on that side. So I mean, if they could find a way to change that, maybe that would also help out. Looks like they're gonna go quick though.
Well, Molotov's going to stop him and slow him down. Nade is going to bring James to 4 HP. Molotov towards sandbags, but this time nobody is here. And I believe we already have Freiburg pushing down that B ramp, or the B stairs. He's already got a solid position if they are to fall back. So this is actually a phenomenal sequence for Dig. The fact that they've put a stop to VP's fast-paced attack, they've done so much damage, and they still have a lot of utility remaining. This is perfect for Dig.
Yeah, they've set themselves up very nicely. And I mean, yeah, the amount of damage alone is a real issue here. Setting up with all the standard grenades and everything you'd want, the smokes, but again, this isn't necessarily part of the bigger problem here. Adren will go down, Holzerk next in line, Yakendar with an important return, but you can usually get the bomb plant down on this A site. It's holding it afterwards, that's the issue.
Small miscue from Dig though. That's a passive defense that exposed Holzerk. And Yakendar still in some damage on top. Okay, right, that's a good swing. Molotov to delay the plant as well. These players from VP are just so softened up. The nade to clean it off. Freiburg rotates over. He finds a double kill. And it's just Sanji. Holzerk was the only frag and the only entrance that VP could find.
Yeah, and they're being very passive. I mean, this is just good play. Make sure that he has to expose himself all the way before he has to take a fight. And I actually just think the fundamental theory right now that's being put into play from Dig is really solid, because all they're doing is saying, yeah, you could be allowed to get up and get the bomb plant down, but by the time you get there, we'll have, you know, a fair few grenades that, you know, you have to eat along the way, and we can retake it. I'm sure even if the bomb went down, Dig would have just set up for the retake smokes that we've come to know by now, and they wouldn't be panicked at all. So I love this A defense that they've got going on and the theory behind it.
It all feels very old school. Passive and utility dropping.
Yeah.
Onto those bomb sites. Virtus Pro not looking good in the odds. Dig still with the favor. At least in the odds, not so much in the hearts of the fans and of the analysts.
No, but I mean, it started out the other way, right? So it's kind of swung a fair bit, which is no surprise given the fact that it's 7-3. Well, we've got 3 AKs been stolen and kept for a long time now on the Dig side. We've got a lot of Tech 9s. I'm excited. 4 Tech 9s. Remember, it's easy. You have to run and shoot. You have to do both. No stopping and strafing and, like, you know, any kind of, like, you know, smart play like that. Run and shoot.
Tech 9 lessons with Anders, trying to really teach the masses to bring in his Tech 9 era, the resurgence. If
you can, while you're doing it, it is perfectly permissible to do like a choo-choo sound as you go, but that's about it. There's the run-and gun. Sanji taking down Get Right. They're still moving and shooting, and it's Yakendar with the Deagle picking up the second kill. Now they're going to get a quick bomb plant, and Yakendar's moved forward here. Now they're standing still, and that's not what you're meant to do. He will get the kill on Forest anyway. The Deagle's actually doing a lot of work right now. It's a 2-on-2 with still a pretty good chance. Holzerk with a nice shot to take down Kicker, and now it's Adren standing still on the ramp. It's all the things we don't want to see.
2 Molotovs. They're going to clear out positions. Nothing peeking there. They have 2 smokes left as well. Another HE grenade is going to land close to Adren. There's the smoke on the bomb. They've tapped the defuse. Adren's going to peek up. I don't think he has a single kill in this game. That's the first, and he's going to look for the second, but it's not connecting. Knife is out. He's looking for the stab. It's not connecting either, and Dig wins the round. Just a half second too late. And 8-3 is your scoreline.
Oh, man, that is... it's not funny for VP, but from our point of view, it did actually look kind of funny. Close round. The Tech 9's nearly working. He's stabbing everything but the Holzerk inside. And we got Fifi Cam. That was...
And Forest Cam. He's punching the cam.
Very excited. I like it. I want to see Dig excited about this. Freiburg winning yet another fight. It's gone real well for Freiburg over there. He is a rock in the bomb side.
Well, he did that in the couple rounds ago and just didn't see anybody, but I think that's him sending a message to Yakendar that he's not really going to give him that kind of space to work with anymore. Yekendar's been able to get up those stairs. Now it's Get Right's turn to get his head ripped off.
Yeah.
Peeking with the Molotov. Not usually a good idea. But this is the success story of this style of VP, of sending so many people individually to find something. As look what Kickart's been able to accomplish because of that kill onto Get Right, because of the pressure that Freiburg was encountering. Kickart had plenty of space to move up into this position. Fortunately, Dig, they don't like to aggressively defend this A bomb site. They play passive, they play retake anyway, so it's not going to have too much impact in this round. But the advanced position makes VP feel very safe.
Yeah, it does. Almost maybe too safe there. They had a lot of Molotovs. I don't think they had enough smokes to block off this AWP, so, I mean, look.
They did have 3 flashbangs, though.
Yeah, they had flashbangs, right? So maybe they could have put one of them out there, but that's going to cost them quite a bit here. Grenade comes in on top of the bomb planter and blows up Sanji. So again, yeah, they can have the bomb site. I don't think they care at all.
2 smokes, 2 flashes for the retake to work with.
Man.
Here they come. Jame with an angle. Oh, he's flashed. He's going to be smoked off.
You can look under it, but when Kickert is dead, it doesn't even matter. I don't think Jame could do anything at this point in time. They're just going to run through. They know they've got him no matter what. And defuse happens right afterwards. 9-3. Again, this A bomb site is... like, there's great fundamentals coming out right now from Dig. It's really good to see. I almost feel like VP... they've got to realize... This isn't the hard part of the mission. It's not getting the bomb down. That can be done. What do you do afterwards?
And especially, yeah, I mean, they've had, what, 4 bomb plants in the last 7 rounds, and they haven't been able to win any of them. Only the one with the Dread and his knife have been close, even. Here we go, fast-paced again towards the A bomb site. This was shut down pretty convincingly previously when VP tried to pull it off. Again, Adren has taken a lot of damage, down to 41 health, and Yekindar is looking for the push. Freiburg is getting a bit bold, a bit cheeky at this side of the map.
Why not? He's been winning quite a bit. Maybe just try and push the envelope a bit. See if you can get more out of it even. He's re-smoking that position. That's really pushing VP quite far back on the map. That's got to be frustrating.
Well, and it's occupying time because VP doesn't want to make a move if they think someone is aggressive behind this smoke because it gives so much information over to Dig. Are they going to come through the smoke with 3 players? There's the... oh, there it is! And Freiburg just gave up the angle. The timing of that could not have been worse for Freiburg. Not even a flashbang through it. But Get Right can still hold on. He can still find 1 or 2 kills. Jame gonna peek slowly. Oh no! He turns as well at the inopportune moment.
Yeah, I think he thought that was a flashbang coming right his way, so spinning for it. 3 versus 4. Pretty quick bomb plant coming in here from VP. Nice shot from Get Right, but Jame is quick to return. And Holzerk missing a very slight chance there, but this retake is looking very, very difficult. They have the money here to lose the round, Dig, and I think that's probably fortunate. Holzerk going to be running away, and a 4th round being found here by VP. Now, if they can win the next one, it's actually going to give them a big chance to have a real comeback in this first half.
Yeah, they would be able to scrape together a first half that was admirable, even with the majority of it looking like a complete disaster. So 9-4, this is VP's last opportunity to have a pretty decent half. If they can get it to 9-6, that's not too shabby, especially considering how most of this half is gone. But they have to do something they haven't really been able to prove at all. I mean, just that's their first round. They finally put a stop. It was a 7-0 run for Dig to get up to 9-3. Now that VP has won, they need to win these last 3 in a row. They've only done that once. They've only been able to string rounds together 1 time in this half.
Yeah, so now what you're saying is it's got to be now, Jason. It's finally got to be red. Can't just keep locking out or striking out on this in this fashion. Also with 1 AWP still. Obviously saved that from the last round, and James got the other one. Are they gonna... oh, it almost looked like they wanted to go for some crazy boost over there, but I think they're just moving forward. Again, very much sort of reliant on sending some aimers in to take these early fights. They double nade the back of the sandbags instead of Molotoving it, but no one is there. And here we go. The swing is in. And again, they could probably get the bomb plant down, but I want to see what happens next. Nice shot to take down Get Right. Exist will trade it immediately. And bomb plant not quite being attempted yet.
Yeah, that's Adren with the bomb as well, and he's stuck. Exist has him blocked in, and Forrest has found it. bomb drops as well, and Nexus needs to be careful with that peek. It's being held. Molotov just now fades. Look at all the nades that Dig have left for this retake as well, though. Again, you can nade the bomb plant. There it is. Yekindar down to 20, Jame down to 42. Smokes are going to clear, but then the Molotovs will be put into play. Now all the counter utility comes out from Dig, and as you mentioned, this is the hard part for VP.
Yeah, this is all part of the plan so far. They love it on the CT side. Another kill comes in. Yekindar going down. And a quick kicker coming back in. And just look at his point of view when he walks up here. It's just all smoke. There's a giant wall. He can't see anything. And he goes right down. Man, this is... It's all just planned out. And here's what's really disturbing to me. It feels like VP just continuously think that, you know, as they have that bomb plan and it's like a 3-on-4, they're like, yeah, this is the time. It's like they're not catching on to the fact that for Dig, this is just all playing exactly how they want.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of variation on these hits for VP. We've seen this play out a number of times. It's similar smokes. It's a similar plan of getting that bomb planted. The best A hit they've had, ironically, is when they had those Tech 9s, because they ignored the plant once they got into the bomb site. They actually attacked forward and caught the Dig defenders completely off guard. When Dig wants to play retake, they're expecting that wall of smokes. They're expecting for you to run to the plant spot and try and get the bomb down during the craziness. That's the old style of attacking this bomb site. VP needs to be way more aggressive and find some of those picks before they get the plant.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've run out of rounds to try and make a lot of these adjustments, right? At this point, this is just like almost theoretical for the next time they play this. Forrest goes down. So usually he's been there to pop flash Freiburg in. Now instead it's Freiburg on his own. But again, he has been solid. They've pulled in Holzerk, which leaves Exist alone on A, but they might not even mind that Dig. They might just say, that's fine, because we're retaking A anyway, so whatever. Nice kill there on a Dren from Freiburg, and yeah, Exist is going to say, it's the same thing, guys. Come back and retake it with me. We'll win another round.
They have this same exact nade. I can't believe Sanji's actually just sticking the plant as well. 46 HP taken off by Utility. Utility damage has been so good. Exist has 258. Get Right 226 and Freiburg 339 in this match so far. They've been bombing VP with Utility.
Ooh, one little difference here. Look at how close up Sanji's pushed in. They have to remember to check that. That's a little variation here from VP to try and deal with the afterplant. Kick it and Yekindar getting a couple of kills, and they don't check the corner. That should have been a kill for Sanji. A big giveaway. It might work out anyway here. Holzerk in a lot of trouble in the 1 versus 2. He's going to stick the plant right inside. 2 seconds left, and they spam him down. Man, that was close. Real close. 10-5 at the end of the half. What a great performance out of Dig. That was really enjoyable. We'll see if they can finish what they started in the second half. That's going to be coming up right after the break.
But you got to draw a line somewhere, I guess.
Only good for that 1 week.
NBK is going to be in for a bit of a tight time here.
Whoa.
Nicely done. Point blank finds one, gets a second, a third, looking for it, and he gets the fourth as well. French CS.
So they'll have to wait that one out. Clearly G2 looking to just split this B site at the 30-second mark, but a dig from JKS.
Corner. And Kenny's going to just have to hit some heads. He's hanks for them, and it's just the first. He's able to fall back. He's got to put his weapon back together. And he will. It's a good time flashbang, but he knows the magazine's low. Now he's got the knife out. It's a stab onto Issa. Oh my God. And the headshot on Devalda. Hunter's going to help him out from pit, so Alexi B is all alone in a 1 versus 5. Nobody gets out from porch. Nobody gets footing close to that site. And it all goes around Kenny S.
Wow. Alexi, the 1-on-3, you think he's got no chance. 1 player back default, 1 in the pit. It's one of the most dangerous crossfires, even when you have 5 alive. Saw they struggled in that situation. Headshot through the wall. Alexi's out of the round. What a round from Kenny S, though.
He's getting back around ramp. He needs clean kills, and he takes down Kenny. Follows up onto Hunter. Wow. 3 frags from him.
Let's see if they can get out mid. again, smoke spam. Great timing coming out of the CTs.
OG throwing Alexi B forward, only able to grab another kill, but he's done such a great job.
Oh, what?
Nexa robs it back. 3 kills, but here comes Valda on the flank, hot on the heels of the mid play. 2v2, and he dodges the op. Kenny sprints into the B side.
Yeah.
Yeah, wants to get some exits here.
Ruin the ratio. Oh my god.
He's going to get them both.
Oh, Kenny's going to die to the bomb. So he's got to come out with a wicked Kenny peek, and it's just going to feed Valda.
I mean, we say Mantu shouldn't get all 3, but Mantu also had 100 HP. And the door's open. Aminek's going to rush it.
Whoa, his teammate
it's not
there.
planted.
We
3
can't even
seconds.
cover that. There's no way.
Aminek robs the round.
Close the door.
Has to form a miracle to be able to win that.
Oh,
Once
but
again, running into the blender versus Fur, Hunter, top of the hut.
Finally.
Oh, good trade comes out, but Nexa looks to pick up the pieces. 2 up versus 1. Alexi, only Mac 10 in hand. Better guns all over the place if he can find them. Don't know how close, though. And
quite...
Kenny is now moving in
for the
kill. Interesting, though, to make it a 1v1. He drops off, and Alexi, he loves to take this fight. We saw how patient he was in this moment. Jax pops up behind him.
Given the chance to. Just slightly.
You know, Kenny, he might try to end this round early. Yeah, he's going up through the window.
He just has to
Bomb's
hide.
not planted just yet. Liaz just wants to stay alive, and Kenny will commit. Bomb goes down in time. He's got the op.
All he needs, that one shot. Kenny, he goes high. Up top.
We are back, and so is Fifi. Staying hydrated, it's critical, it's important. Jason, describe your immediate feelings seeing Fifi on a webcam.
Just like every Saturday night.
Just pure joy.
I like seeing him on webcam. I like having him back. He was a long time in the cold. He was gone from Counter-Strike for far too long. I like that he's come back in this project, and by all accounts, by all glimpses, I think he's helping them institute some really cool tactical things into their gameplay, which we hadn't really seen some innovation out of some of these players in this lineup in some time. So very nice to have him back in the team.
If you wanted evidence of the depth of the homework they've been doing, Dig, you just have to look at those A retakes on the CT side. Like that doesn't just happen. It's so well drilled. I really appreciate it. So yeah, they are close to the finishing line here. If they can get off to a good start winning the pistol round, it's almost certainly going to cement it. We'll have to see if VP can turn this around somehow. But there was a lot of uninspired round in that first half, and yeah, I think this is going to be almost impossible just from the way that they're playing. I'm not seeing a lot out of them right now that makes me think this is going to be doable.
Well, at least in this pistol round, it seemed like they had a good setup for a moment, but Dig have just started rotating away. Yekindar is pushed down the A stairs. Adrena and Jame were here. They heard some footsteps, and now that's disappeared. If Dig hit this timing while they're starting to push forward, there's only one defender at A, and again, it's a retake at that bomb site. But I don't know if there's enough resistance there for VP to have a good leg for that retake to actually occur.
Well, it's
However,
one of those things.
Dig is going very slow.
Yeah, but I was going to say as well, like, it's one of those things, right, where it so much depends on whether or not you get one of those USP shots. If you can just get one before the bomb goes down, and, you know, maybe one as they're falling back from it, like that, it's small things like that. There are 2 HE grenades on Dig, which I'm really suspicious now. Are they just waiting for the defuse? Are they doing the same but in reverse? They're saving the HE grenades. Jason, this could be disgusting. Look at how far out the bomb is. You have to be close to it to defuse, and they're still saving them. Oh my god. This is beautiful. I want to see this. Please let this work. Just hold the phone. They're going to smoke the bomb and think that will save them. And look at how, oh, this is so disgusting. They're playing right into the trap. The only thing they maybe do it is the flank, but that's already gone. Now they're up. No one's tapped the bomb yet. They might not even get a chance. They might die beforehand. Kick it with a kill. Jame now the only one left. We're not even going to see the double grenade, but that is such a great strategy. What a cool idea.
Yeah, it's I appreciate the fact that you were so excited and you don't get anything that you want in this round.
That made
the hard part of
I was going to say, that may in fact expose me as a complete nerd, but that did make me really excited.
You were so jacked up for that. Good pistol round for Dig, or at least they get the victory. VP not able to find any kills, any successes after that plant goes down. So just, I mean, this was all standard. This was basic. This was nothing creative. You could see Forrest there. They know exactly what they were able to do. It's tapping that bomb, faking it, putting it elsewhere as well.
It's cause think of the level of mental destruction that would happen on VP. We're like, oh, at least we're not gonna get bombed, you know, putting the bomb down anymore now on A bomb side. Now that we're on the CT side, like that's in the past. And then they go and defuse, and the same thing happens. It would have been just, would have been hard to handle, wouldn't it? You're like, can we stop getting grenaded around this site?
Yeah, right. It's kind of unfortunate though for VP because they had the right call, right? They had 4 players at that bomb site. They had Yekindar on a quick flank, and just none of it actually got put into play by any means.
Yeah.
Freiburg is gonna back off due to the aggressive stance. It's 2 Deagles defending the staircase over at the B bomb site.
Yeah, Holzerk making a move out here. He's got Exist kind of close by to try and cover him, but he's checked out so much of this ramp area, so now he's going to go and fight, and the rest of the team is right behind him. So even if he goes down here, it's not like VP could just pick up a rifle and start fighting back so easily. I don't know. I think actually that was just a slight risk there from Holzerk, but not an outrageous one, really. Would have probably preferred to still see one of the UMPs lead that charge, but I'm all right with it. Not going to be too critical.
Well, you can see where Dig's preferred plant spot is. That's the second time we've seen them run into the site, fake it at default, and move over to the corner to dodge any kind of nades. Run through the smoke is not going to work. Full investment for VP goes to waste. They have not gotten a single kill in this round. It's a 12-5 lead for Dig. Anders, you picked Virtus Pro to win this match. Explain yourself.
Well, you've heard of the counter curse, Jason, and I'm
kind of a master of it.
Yeah, so I figured this is my contribution to Ven, you know, doing a lot of hard work, to Fifi as well. I wanted to help them out, so I thought, you know what, gonna do them a solid here and just pick VP.
Okay,
and it's worked real well.
We'll go with that for the moment. We'll go with that.
In fact, I probably deserve a little bit more credit than even Dig. I think I'm probably the main reason why this is working out.
The main source of this success.
Yeah. I'll be taking 10% of the prize
pool. Nice shot from Freiburg. The follow-up as well takes a dink for his troubles. Ooh, that's a good third frag. And James is rotated over. James here. And he gets the gift of going up against Force. And I'm not sure why they're not just pushing forward and finishing this round, but they're playing it, let's say, extremely safe.
Knife him. He hasn't reloaded yet. Well, that isn't really the Dig way, I suppose. Very respectful.
No,
Swedish players.
they're not a team that likes to go for knives. That's mostly Fnatic. It's the evil Swedes that do the knifing.
It is funny, isn't it? How, you know, we've got the opposites just within Sweden like that. It's great. 13-5. Got some rifles back in the hands of VP. It would have to be just you know, a landslide of positive news coming VP's way for this to work out. Like a whole bunch of rounds where they, you know, get great pickoffs, maybe jam on that AWP, and just like it's gonna have to be just a long list of things here before it's even worth discussing, I feel like.
Yeah, let's not even go down that road just yet. 3 players with 10 kills for VP, Sanji at 7, Adren at 4. And I think all 4 of those kills came in like the last 4 rounds of that first half. He had a really dreadful start to this game. And again, Dig, all 5 players just marching together towards the A bomb site. It's Kickert as the sole defender. It's weird. We haven't seen ever, I don't think, on this map. Maybe it's due to the changes, but Yekindar and Adren are 2 players fully committed to defending that B bomb site. Normally, it's just the one anchor. Bomb is going to get planted here. It's going to be a full retake strategy, and it's not in that corner spot.
Not in the
no
corner.
No Molotovs, no nades for Dig in the post plant.
Yeah, now we get to see VP have a similar kind of protocol for retaking this, because, I mean, they have some grenades, they've got a lot of smokes, they can set up a whole wall around that bomb. Let's see if it's going to be possible here. Yekindar and Adren with some good kills. Forrest coming in with the UMP, charging them down in the smoke, swapping out for the M4, and continues the spray for a long time before he goes down. Now it's Holzerk back here, low on health, and oh, he still gets it. That would have been a 10-second defuse anyway. James, I think he might be out of time already. He's hunting him, and Holzerk is toying with him. He's going to get the kill, but not the round.
Can he live here? There's no way. Ooh,
No.
he does. Just 15 damage.
What an absolute troll. I like Holzerk more and
what
more.
a win.
This is great.
Okay. You're a big fan of Holzerk? Yeah, that's a good win. And over, obviously, the comfort of sandbags helps out.
I think when you come with prepared memes to a match, that's gonna give you a couple of points in my book. I like them. Definitely could be more elaborate memes in the future, but I don't mind.
Man, Forrest really gets stuck in that round, helps save the day. VP not looking likely they're going to be able to make this comeback happen. Dig just 2 rounds away from burying them. 14-5 at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, the wish, the hope that they could have, you know, a bunch of good openings and all the rest of it, they had one, and that was Kickert basically on the A site, and then, you know, he got pushed back and the bomb went down, so... The way that they're set up now, though,
yeah,
Kickert and James, like, they're far forward. They could get a pick off and then fall back.
It's much better this round. It's just weird seeing Kickert as the only defender at A. They had 2 players in mid, 2 players at the B bomb site. I mean, and obviously maybe just a perfect counter call for Dig. In another world, maybe that setup works, but we just don't see it too often. Easy shot from James as Hulzerk just kind of lackadaisically goes for a stroll right in the open.
Also, dropping is a big deal. Yakenda, good if they come the one way. Yeah, he's going to have to push forward. He's hearing them right behind. Quick trade and no one checking for it. But, again, another nice trade for Exist. He was the right place at the right time there. Get right's in middle, so Exist would almost have to fight and then try and put the bomb down. Excellent kill. Jame actually, I mean, not really over-rotating, but just doing it so quickly that he got caught out. And now, it looks like they're going to go back. If they get to A, I don't think Adren, they're so far away right now. They can beat them to the punch.
Yeah,
Look at
they
this.
absolutely can. I mean, they're hearing it the whole way. It's going to be a post-plant scenario. Get right. Gonna toss this smoke out. 12 seconds on the clock. That bomb needs to get in. They're going to come up the wrap side, and here we go. Plant is going to go down. It's got time for it, and obviously safety. 1 grenade on Get Right, Molotov, and 2 smokes, and a kit for VP to work with.
Oh, there's the first opening. Would have been big if Get Right could have got that kill, but I don't think he was quite ready for it. Kicker was really far up, so maybe that's just what caught him off guard. Now Exist, he can get smoked off. He could actually get smoked off 2 different ways. They need to try and do that and then get this defuse in. Last chance at all, it feels like, for VP in this game. A little bit of a tap on the bomb as Exist is just playing with them, and Kicker comes in from the other side. They do have a kit, so 14-6. That's not a bad retake for VP in the 2-on-2. That they really nearly got completely faked out.
They actually played that perfectly, the 2-on-2 and the 2-on-1, especially the 2-on-1. Kickert just remaining passive, knowing Exist has to manage his attention, manage his gaze between 2 completely different locations, and he just waits for the bomb tap to start making his move, and Exist just never had the information that Adren wasn't actually on the bomb. So 14-6, Virtus Pro needing a massive run here down the stretch.
And I like that setup over at A-Ramp where they have at least somewhat of a forward position. I really think VP needs to get some pickoffs before we get into the bomb plant territory here. Kickert and Adren. Actually, Adren's still moving forward. He's really, Kickert coming back for more. Hulzerk maybe making a bit of noise there. And that's dangerous. He could be going down, and indeed he will. So he was very much alone.
That's going to be really frustrating for Hulzerk. Yeah, Hulzerk probably felt like he had the advantage there.
Do you think it's going to be like similar level? Like last time, it was very dramatic. He looked like someone who was, you know, just the conductor of a symphony or something. It was crazy.
I hope so. I hope it is the exact same thing. I hope that just becomes his way of expelling all that frustration of losing a battle. Yekindar, the only defender here at B for the moment, and it looks like Freiburg, Get Right, and Exist are going to start coming over. Freiburg leading the way at the staircase. Molotov is out. That's the position they got killed at last time. Smoke is dropped, although the fire spreads. Actually, Yekindar caught off guard by how much the flames spread, but doesn't have any information aside from just 1 player's presence, so he has not called anyone over to help.
More flames. They're just slowly burning him out of the bomb site. Trying to find an angle over the smoke, but he was low and he goes down. And now they're on the site again. The first exchange happens basically when Dig are inside of the bomb sites, and that's a really big issue right now for VP. Even if they have the lead right now, and the bomb is much delayed, so that was an incredible kill there to slow them down. Now 4 versus 3. Adren coming in from the one side, while the other 3 are retaking from the other side. Adren he's hopefully not timed out. He's standing very much still. That makes me nervous. There's Sanji. No, Adren is moving forward. 3-on-3. Get Right with a big kill. And he's looking for more. Almost pre-firing it. Get Right fully in play now. Huge round for him with the double. And Forrest will help out. And there's the triple kill. Get Right saving them completely there.
Yeah, that's some brilliant shooting from Get Right. The immediate headshot on the first player who peeks, and he plays everything just perfect after the fact. And that's a disaster for VP. A 4-on-3 post plant. They let slip away, and look at the money they have to play with after the fact. Nice job from Get Right in a tough situation because of the delay on that plant, because of the Molotov on top of it as well. Dig couldn't really escape that bomb site or set up in any better positions. That had to just be stand your ground. 9-round lead, 9 chances to win this map.
Auto shotgun on Jane. So if nothing else, that could be fun. Makes one of the best sounds, I think, of any gun in Counter-Strike. It's high up there. Cool. Get right going down. The only thing that could outdo it, Jason, is if they, if they introduce the TMP again.
TMP was the shit. I love the TMP.
Yeah, it's a banging gun, isn't it? Because you knew anyone that got killed by it was just instantly tilted. Just on edge.
It was an alpha buy, an alpha purchase. He really sent a message. You let him know that you're the daddy when you kill him with the TMP.
Maybe now that we've got Valve to add the MP5 and no one's using it, we could get them to add the TMP so we can also not use that.
What if they replaced the CZ with the TMP? What if you had the selection? T side is CZ, CT side is TMP.
Or it'd be OP,
that's
wouldn't
an idea.
it? I feel like it'd be OP.
Well, the CTs need something. They need something OP to go in their favor. Here we go. Forrest going to lead the way into the bomb site. There's the nade out. Ooh, it's going to land just perfectly. Dig have broken their own rule of dodging nade damage, and there goes Sanji. Forrest down to 14 HP. Exist is at 100, but 2 on 5. Even with the diminished weaponry, I don't think Dick have it in him.
This is a perfect chance for Exist, though. He could be a superhero right now. Some spray coming out for us, softening them up, and tagging in Exist. Oh, they're all coming for him, actually. That's a problem. I thought maybe he could be allowed to stay back and snipe and, jiggle peek it, but no, they actually just went straight for him. Another round for VP. And again, fighting to tie the scoreline and split the points here in the group. That's what we're looking for. 8 more rounds. Still a little distance away here.
Yeah. We're not even going to mention that one word.
No, you're right.
They have a long way to go still. Another buy for Dig, especially with that plant, the extra bonus money. They had so much cash built up. They did a great job in the first, 5-6 rounds of this half to build up money as they went on a 5-1 streak to start things out. But VP responding finally. No AWPs in play. 5 AKs for the T side.
Oh, and look at the speed here coming in. They want to see if they could maybe find that kill. Freiburg does go down, but Exist is there to try and follow it up. But even better return as Yekindar will take down Exist. So a 2-for-1 trade over on those B stairs. The bomb is pretty far back. But I like the idea from Dig to just... You have so many rounds to test out with. Why not try and see if you could get like a knockout in that round? And the confusion has caused Get Right to get all the way in here. Oh, look at how he snuck under. This is very cool.
Yeah, but he can't stay here. He has to keep going. He has to keep pushing forward. When the smoke clears, which is going to be any moment, he's so screwed. Kicker's going to come for a peek, and just as he looks away... Oh, okay, Get Right Cam. Let's see the reaction. We know he's mad. We know it. We've all been there.
Yeah, that was upsetting. I actually loved everything about that up until that point, but Holzerk now on top of the box. That is a pretty quick flick with the AK-47 down through the smoke to take down Kicker. And this round is not really done yet. Good flashbang, though, and they'll go and fight. Forrest out in the open, had nowhere to hide. So, another round. 15-8 now. And out of money, more or less.
Yeah, finally, VP's taking it all away, ripped it out of their hands. They could go for a half buy if they want to try and keep the money low. They do have a 2-round losing bonus, so they'll get 2,400 in the next round. A couple players could get Deagle and maybe light armor, some utility to have some success. A plant would be helpful. And now Jame has the op as well for Virtus Pro. So defense starting to look, they're shoring things up. Still a long way to go, but at least we're seeing them actually win some of these initial battles. That's a great double nade. Kickert is brought down to 15 health.
Yeah, he stepped right on top of all of the grenades. Pretty painful. But still, with just pistols and only really armor on Forrest, it should be not that much of an issue, even if one of their players is a bit low there. Dick waiting around, I think maybe for a mistake of sorts, but Don't know how many they're gonna get here. Nice shot. That's James going down. Oh no, Forrest comes in with another one. Didn't realize Kicker was all the way in the corner, but it's gonna give them the bomb plant here. Flick misses. Oh, if this is how they win it, Dig, that would just be completely insulting. Exist will get another one, and now Darren Kicker, he's low on health. The survival spread, and that's it. 16-8. What a steal.
You can see all the smiles. Everyone's having a good time. And man, that's a dominant victory for Dig over VP. Their woes continue, Anders. They did not look great again today.
Wow, Sen, Fiflaren, it's good to see. They're really having a good time and much deserved. We'll see what the analysts say when we come back after the break, so stay tuned and we'll be right there.
All the while, we have a player walking up, and now he takes that kill. The question is, can he land another? Flamey, there he is, straight in front of the crosshair on the edge of the smoke, and he's gonna work closer. No kid, the spam is his! He's gonna walk right through this, and it's gonna be an easy two-piece, because he knows the scope is there. How about another?
He's got an ace, man. That's an easy kill right there. The Vitality are starting to clear things out, so if timing is correct, yeah, they have an opportunity. Alex, he'll end up dying. Perfecto gets the first kill of the round.
Yep, too many players to handle. They all come at him at the very same moment. RPK meant to be slain, but he connects three! USB taps, and Zywoo only gonna get one more. Still, Perfecto in a 1 versus 3 clutch. Yes. They're gonna start sprinting, and if he doesn't pull that trigger, he's got all three! He sprays down the back two of the caboose and can't finish it, but my goodness, has he primed his team. But Flamey is his kryptonite again. RPK takes three!
He can't just do that! Magus gets blind, and there's a chance. Zipnik falls in mid, but a double. 3 kills for Dupree, and a 4th on top. 5-0.
Close to middle, they know they are no one catwalk. They're going to take the fight right away, and Config will land a parting headshot, taking down Device and Megan, and he'll follow it up, taking down Dupree. That's 3. That's a whole arm of the attack gone, and the follow-up is amazing. A quad. Yeah, just knowing that, because they know what Device is. He's been there all along, so that's amazing. Smoke goes up, and Dupree just trying to buy time. Device, he's making his way into middle, but he can't even just rush it. They don't know if someone's in there waiting for him with a rifle, so he can't just book it there immediately. Dupree has somehow wrapped around them with the Deagle, and he's tapping away and taking down Poison. And there comes Device with an M4 instead. I can't believe that Astralis are back in this in a 2-on-1 now. Obo alone, he's got 30 seconds, and he's picked up a Galil there. Not really sure that makes a big difference right now. I think that bomb plan is going to be what's really tricky. And he goes straight for it. Dupree almost catching him in the middle of it, but that at least gives him a little bit of space. He gets that headshot immediately. That's very quick. And now does he know? Device pretty much can only be at this angle. He's out in the open, so if he doesn't win this fight immediately, Device will take him down, but Obo will do it! That's a triple kill. A little smile at the end. Complexity, 2-on-2. They have a slight health advantage, but against these weapons for Astralis, it might not matter. Magus, he had the health for it, but now he's been taken out, and Sip just trying to buy time, flanking around. Blame is hunting him down, and he turns for it. Immediate defuse. He's right there with the kid. Oh my god, I can't believe it. 16-12. Complexity taking down Astralis 2.
So, there we have it. The results of our match are in. Nip dismantling Virtus Pro. The Bears try to put up a fight at the end, but turns out that the Owls, I think that's what that logo is, the Owls, they've just got 2 sharp claws, man. Just the claws couldn't handle it. I've got 2 analysts that predicted Virtus Pro to win, so I'm looking forward to hearing their explanation for why that backfired on them. And I'm going to throw it to Thorin first for some get some explaining here. I see the reaction. So Thorin, walk us through it, man. What happened in that map?
Can you actually hear that good? Because maybe he actually just muted his microphone not to talk about this.
Actually, wait,
there you have it.
There we go.
One thing I will say is, if you've ever heard me critique the Dig players, basically every single time they play it, one thing I never say is that they don't put in the hours, that they're lazy, that they're not trying. Like, actually, the reason why I'm under one with them as a general squad is I think they are putting in the hours. I think they really believe this is their career revival. Anyway, putting that to one side, the reason why I bring that up is they clearly have done their homework on Vertical. Like I said, Fiflaren and Vendetta have been in there. Looks as though they've worked on things in practice. It's not a map they play tons, but certainly looked like a great game against Virtus Pro here. Listen, admittedly, VP gave them a million chances by being unable to know what to do in the last 60 to 70 seconds of a round, but even so, the Dig players had to get the kills, they had to secure those rounds, and they looked about 2.5 times better than VP, if not more, in this game.
It did look like they were in full control, and I think, Maniac, you actually have a clip, a TeamSpeak clip, that'll highlight just how prepared Dignitas were going into this match.
Nice.
Så jag kan lägga smoken på bomben.
Ni har 3 smokes.
Lyssna, jag lägger min smoke bara på defen.
Okej,
framför
jag smokar gula.
Jag kommer flasha gula här, boys.
Lägg en flash här.
Jag flashar över. Långt till vänster.
Flasha
där.
Flasha till vänster.
Jävlar.
Gula, död. Adam, Adam håller.
Jag håller den.
Nice! Det har vi. Fy fan vad nice flow vi har nu alltså.
I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Listen, the reason I wanted to pick that clip is that this is the definition of how you do not mess up a round in which you have the advantage, right? You have the time, you have the number, you say, okay, what utility do we have? We have 3 smokes, all right? I will smoke there, you will smoke there, we do it together, and we retake. That is a perfect execution of a retake, and if you are playing Counter-Strike and you have teammates, just watch this clip over and over again, because that's a beautiful blueprint for you to use.
I just wish that I had Fiflaren, you know, as my cheerleader in my corner. You know, whenever I did anything good, just have Fiflaren going, Fiflaren, yo. No, just, you know, hyping it up. All right. I think we've got an interview with Get Right, and then we'll go ahead and talk.
It's all about.
Yeah, the chickens missed that one somehow, but that's all right. Whatever, it's the day. So we're going to hear from Get Right now.
Yes, you guys really showed us the full team performance this time around when it came to Vertigo, and a solid win here for you. Did something just feel right today, or anything special that happened?
Not really specifically. We've been training like a lot the past few weeks. We've been having some problems in general, like me with my health and that kind of stuff. But we're you know, playing as much as we can, and we are grinding as much as we can as well. But in the same time, we just know that Train is a map that we like to play. So the last 2 games weren't really showing the results that we want to. And we have not played that much Vertigo, so it was a little bit like so-so feeling going into this one. But in the same time, we felt comfortable enough to beat Virtus Pro at least.
Well, having the communications on point will certainly lead to comfort and will certainly lead to a win. And so Dignitas, they managed to lock it down. And what's great is that, well, now we're actually going to get to move on into our next match. So congratulations to them. But now we need to actually talk about Ninjas in Pajamas versus ence. And NIP, I mean, we just saw Dignitas. This is the guys who built the brand. Now we're going to move into the young guns who have taken it over and hope to rise to new heights with the Ninjas in tow. So, guys, what do we take away from this first match here? And I'm looking for it from Maniac. Can you kick us off, please?
Well, I think this is going to be a true test for ence, right? Because NIP, what they have shown us so far, although not being absolutely mind-blowing, was actually good. I think this is and I've said it yesterday, I think this is the fiercest NIP lineup we've had in a long, long time. They destroyed Astralis, they destroyed. So that 15-15 versus Vitality, I'm not exactly sure what to make of it. That was a little bit of a mixed bag. But in terms of player, in terms of cohesion, structuring the game, skill, there are a tons of plus if you do the pros and the cons. The only question is, and as Duncan alluded to yesterday, is the superstar. Who is the superstar? I have a guess, I have a candidate. I think that Nok could be that player on the long run, but he's still very, very young, super new in that roster. He's the rookie by excellence. I think Nok and Plopsky are actually the 2 heavy hitters right now, but Nok would be the one that I would give him, you know, the benefit of the doubt of becoming one day a superstar.
And Thorin, I mean, here we have it. We have Nock, who's right now standing on the screen. But right now, this is a match where NiP can truly benefit and set themselves up for dominance in their group and going forward in the tournament. So would you like to outline that for us, please?
Yeah, agreed. Obviously, if you finish first place in the group, you go straight to the finals of this showdown, at which point you'll only have one series to play to potentially be in the Spring Series finals, the tournament where you're going to see Complexity and Na'Vi and all those big names that we saw from the Spring Series. I'm doing a good job of keeping track of all the names here. So obviously, NIP, the interesting thing is this group on paper doesn't look as crazy with the names, but I actually think this group is far more dangerous than the other one. So for NIP to be the team coming out, listen, yes, it's not the real Astralis, but even so, like those are other squads where actually NIP, even earlier in the year or the end of last year, even with the Old Forest lineup, like they would have been 50-50 or even beat some of these teams, if not an underdog. So I think they've put themselves in a very good position right now. They could have even won the game against Vitality, but whatever. They don't need to go on ifs and buts. They did win the other games, and I think they're actually set up in pretty good position from the way that first game went today to beat ence. They had the right map pool to do it, and if so, topping the group, I think it'll be big-time vindication for Threat, for the organization generally, and particularly for the new guy, Hampus.
Maniac, I mean, do you concur? It looks like we had a head-to-head there between Twist and Jempe. I mean, Jempe showed up in the match earlier today for ence, so it looks like perhaps he's firing on all cylinders. I mean, is that something that ence can count on, his performance going into this match?
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll do you one better. I think that we could have actually a four-man, head-to-head, because both of these teams have the ability to run a very potent double AWP setup. We have seen it from ence. They had Yampi and Alu, and now as we switch over to NIP, you have Nock, who used to be an AWP, now the secondary, and you have Twist. So you can actually have potentially four very capable AWPs go at each other. And Duncan, I don't know if it's going to end up in the veto, but we could see an overpass, we could see a train, such as these maps where you can use that double AWP setup.
Yeah, train is obviously very much on the cards. Like, I think if actually it's available, NIP themselves will be willing to play that. So it looks like they're going to get the choice at the end. I think we're probably going to see train. I think that's the one. It was going to be that or Inferno for my money. So they do pick it in the end here. Like, we've already seen them play this map. Listen, this is one where the old ence used to be amazing on trim, but that was Alexi B, and they do not have that in this particular team. So again, you've just highlighted it there. Let's see those ops. Let's see the double ops setups. Let's see who can lock down this CT half.
And is that going to come back to haunt them, the lack of a tactical leader? I mean, can Sunny fill that role going into this match versus NIP, where you've got, like you said, Threat, who is no slouch in the tactical department? You know that he's going to be very involved with the players now that we're online and the coaches can get involved. I mean, is that going to be enough for ence to fight back with here? And, I'll ask Maniac that. You're rolling your eyes already, so go for it.
I'm just thinking that, it's hard to say, and we always put it this way, you cannot just copy-paste a strat book from an in-game leader, right? Alexi B had his own way to go about train, but what is very interesting is that when they brought in Sunny, they said Sunny is a voice. He's a voice in the game. He will have the ideas. He will help Alu with this new task of being an IGL. Well, you know what? This is it. This is your moment. Train, very hard map to maneuver sometimes on the T side. If you have a bad start, don't really have the economy, you have to go up against double AWP. You have to handle all the utilities from the CT side. Well, now is your time. I would like to see Sunny. Actually, I'm going to listen to ence when they play on their TeamSpeak to see if he's actually coming up with solutions. Obviously, I don't understand, but just how much he's talking in the freeze time, that's going to be an interesting point.
And Thorin, before we get into the match, I mean, any final thoughts here? Before something to keep an eye on as we go into this one?
Yeah, I would say in keeping with the theme, let's watch the T-side events. Let's see what they've got. Like, first of all, they did literally, when Alexi B was at Blast Spring, say that apparently they were using most of his strats from Spawn. Now, listen, 1-year-old strats at this point in time are not going to get it done in the current meta. So Sunny's going to very much have to bring his own game here, because I expect NIP to be strong on both sides.
Agreed. All right, so this is going to be a fascinating one, a big match for the day here in the European groups. And so we're going to get right into the action after a break. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for your analysis, and we'll be right back.
I want to talk a little bit to the esports world, but especially to you CSGO pros about the Mamba mentality. I'm sick and tired of some of the things, some of the talking points that are coming out of these pro players. Like people saying, oh, well, I won a major, so what is there left for me to accomplish? Think it through. 2 majors, 3 majors. How about being the best you can be? If you could win 5 majors, if you could set the record, go ahead and go for that. That's what the Mamba mentality is about. It's about pursuing greatness. It's about building a legacy for yourself. It's about actually trying to be the best you can be, whatever level you're on. How about you actually try and develop your game, master your craft, leave a legacy? One day that money will be spent and all that will remain is your legacy, what you actually did and how you lived your life. How about competing to take what's yours for yours so you can get that money, you can secure that career, they have something to look forward to in their lives. I die for people who are mine. Will you live for yours? That's what I want to say. Mamba mentality, carpe diem.
Big game coming up. It's ence and NIP on Train, and I've got Jason with me here. The odds say slightly favored for NIP, but it's pretty close to even. How does that make you feel?
Just fine, although I guess the odds would be predicated on ence looking much better here on Train than what we saw on Dust 2 earlier today against Saw. Now, I'm hoping that was kind of a little bit of a warm-up game for ence. They've played themselves into shape. They talked it over during that one-map break and just, hashed out any communication issues that were going on, because I thought they looked very, very disorganized. And Dust 2, if you're disorganized on Dust 2, you have to assume you're going to be organized on Train, which is a much more complex map strategically as a team. So this is a big test for ence, and they should be thankful that they're starting on the CT side.
Yeah, they were getting confused about a lot of basic things that we really weren't expecting. I like this, though. 3 men over at the B-bomb site. Aerial to take a kill. A follow-up as well with the CC. They had a flank from Alu if that fight had continued. This is a near-perfect start that they should not really be giving away. I'm going to say Alu, just don't even give them a chance.
It should be impossible. If everyone just sinks back and plays smart, Yumpy and Sunny far back under camera, one can rotate in towards CT Con. They shouldn't be able to lose this round because you can't even allow the plant if you get into a tough spot. 3 players committed to this B bomb site for the moment on defense. Twist is going to try and throw some kind of a fake, I would imagine, just by his presence. And we'll see what that can do. But for NIP, the goal at this point is to get that bomb planted.
Yeah, that would give them, the ability to buy in that second round, which is, again, people love doing. But yeah, they would almost have to put in some effort to lose this round at the current stage. Smoke down the sidewalk is pretty good. It isolates Aerial a bit, so if they can get down and kill Aerial without anyone else going down on the NIP side, that's where something at least could start to happen. But they're falling back, and they got Twist on the other side. Were they just expecting a reaction? Maybe someone walking into Twist? Is that what that was about?
A reaction, counter utility. Maybe they're counting on the fact that a third player would get pulled over to that inner bomb site and readjusting. We'll see if they can run the gauntlet and make their way in. Twist has a kill. They've thinned out the defense just a little bit. Bomb still not at the site. Sunny waiting for his moment to pounce, and he goes down. And all of a sudden, this is doable for NIP. A 2-on-3, 15 seconds, but the bomb site is flooded with players.
Wow. That actually, especially the last 2 there, that looked like they almost stacked on top of each other. Closer than it seemed. But ence successfully, managed to keep the round. Don't throw it away. Which is good, because they were doing a lot of that earlier.
Yeah, they did give up some really weird advantages on Dust 2. That's why I'm thinking hopefully they've cleared things out. Still, this is going to be a tough test for both teams. Bomb not going down, but 2K, NIP is going to save here in the second round. They'll wait to buy for that third.
Oh, Sergey. He's close with the MP9. They do not have armor. This is a dream, or at least it could be. Oh no, it's a team kill instead. So kind of a nightmare.
Well, the dream was always for ence, right? It was a nightmare the whole way for NIP.
Yeah.
Just more of a nightmare.
Just it became even worse somehow. Alu waiting as they come out. That MP9 is still down there. And yeah, that smoke's gonna fade, and they're just gonna go straight to their certain death. There was really no other outcome. Alu with 3 kills.
That's not bad whatsoever. And really with no production in terms of frags for NIP. ence gonna just chill with these SMGs. The Famas as well on Yumpy, and they have a chance for a bonus round in a certain sense here. If they can upgrade some of those SMGs to AK-47s or the free upgrades to the M4s as their teammates drop them, it'll all be good. ence is up 2-0, and they've got full utility. They've only got 2 kits.
Yeah, well, that could be fine, but you never know. Some amazing grenades landing on Hampus and Twist. Wow.
Yeah, that is a rough start for NIP. Early damage, looking good.
Yeah.
Aerial close up towards T-Con, waiting for that pop flash in, waiting to call the signal. There's the deep Molotov, and he's just going to walk in with it slowly and silently. Meanwhile, all of NIP is relocating towards that B bomb site. One lurker over towards Ivy, that's Knock.
Oh, he's gone through the smoke. What a bold play. But if anyone could bring them out, it might be him here. He almost picks up the kill there. Probably should have been one on Yampy. That would have really opened it up. And now Sergey doing some work with the MP9. As you pointed out, you can upgrade that. It's going to be huge. He almost took down Twist there. Nice little shot from Yampy, but it's still a 3-on-3. Massive health advantage for ence. That is not always enough. Look at Nok walking in behind. They know that he's here somewhere, but they need to get in and get this bomb defused. And, oh, ducking right in. What an unfortunate fight there for Hampus, and out in the open is Twist, and again, they should know when Nok is coming. I don't think he can stop this defuse. He might be better off just looking for an exit or trying to do something, but yeah, they're going to be right on it.
Yeah, the plant wasn't even for him in any way. They never got to secure that bomb site. Sergey did way too much damage for being blinded, for them knowing his location over at Spindle, and for even having 2 players peek straight down on him. The fact that he's able to not only get a kill, but do damage to the next player. You can see Rez here gets caught in the open on top of Oil Train trying to throw a smoke in towards Khan. So couple issues that hit for NIP, but ence, that's the danger. Those SMGs actually do enough work that they can take that round. And now the money is just great for the ence defense.
3-0. Yes, it is. 1 AK-47 saved, another one picked up, and some deagles behind it. I mean, it does risk a bit of their economy here, NIP, to do this, but I don't know. I really like bold NIP. I like the fact that they've added this to their sort of style of playing, but they are going to knock straight into Alu's ult. But yeah, I much prefer this to the like sort of timid Swedish Counter-Strike, so I'm not going to criticize them too badly.
Oh, Plopsky, perfect timing. Yumpy's gonna go down. Aerial, 7 HP on top of the train. He's very exposed as well. And IP could steal one right back, and now they know his position, and they know he can't be far away. That's a great shot. Rez needs to clean this up, and he almost fails. 2 players cordoned into the bomb site, and Sergey. Hampus turns the corner, nade in hand. Now they know his position, his location as well. Isolating the 1v1s. Sergey is still fighting back.
And Plopsky's about to shoot him in the back. There it is. What a great round from Plopsky. 2 big kills coming out. Actually 3, I think, at the end. And that's, again, not the best start to the round, but a good finish. NIP, pressing the issue, buying behind the AK that they had saved, and making it work. Job well done. Double Op comes out, to no one's surprise.
Yeah, and this is a great chance for NIP, oddly enough, with the double op coming out for ence. Look at how much it costs. Look at all the money. $0 on Alu, $50 on Yumpy and Sunny. They're very, very broke. So if NIP can close this out, they've got an early reset, and then all of a sudden you could start to forget about the fact that you got swamped on the pistol round. You lost the first 3 rounds of this half. You can start building on your own because you have the economic advantage. a reprieve of not having to deal with all the utility. But for the moment, they're not quite there. Opening kill for Alu.
Yeah, through a smoke somewhere, it seemed. 5th round here. Not the best start, but of course it's recoverable still. NIP, though, have fairly limited control of the map, especially down there at Ivy. I guess they're going to try and see if they could maybe have Nork set up a grenade or two. Actually, just has a Molotov, so it can't really be him, can it? Would have to be Rez. Yeah, there's the smoke out, so they're going to try and go for it here and see if they can just create a good entry all the way back there, blocking off Aerial at least a bit. So right now, Sunny's kind of alone. Aerial's coming back for the smoke, but this MP9 is kind of what's in the A yard at the moment, and that's a bit disappointing. He's still going to win the fight. That's a pretty good hit, but they're right behind him, and the bomb is going to go down. What a lot of success for NIP, given what they had.
Yeah, but they'll never expect Aerial in this position, and he can just bide his time until the flank comes down ladder room. I don't even think Plopsky and Hampus have the time or the safety to relocate. They're just stuck on the bomb train, and that's the exact problem. That's the issue. 2 kills for Aerial. He's opened the whole thing up, and Hampus has to worry about players from 3 different angles. Taps away, there's 1, and Alu comes from behind. The 2 uppers finish off the round. A 4th for Ence, and they survive a scare.
Man, you called it. You're exactly right. They just didn't see Aerial coming, and that's that actually cost them everything. What a rough turnaround. I actually thought it was pretty impressive that NIP got out that far from having thrown like 1 smoke towards the back of, or like the back to Ivy there, and then they just had only Sunny to deal with. But still, not going to be winning the round. They can buy though behind the bomb plant, so something's still going to be working out here.
Yeah, it's important because they can still keep that pressure up with that bomb plant, and they need to keep applying that. They need to keep making it risky for Ence to stick into this double op setup. Smoke out about halfway down the lane. There's the boost up, and Twist misses the chance. Aerial baits the shot, but that's going to give some breathing room for Hampus, who's pushed towards high train, and equally Aerial this time probably won't expect it, but he does. He shoulder peeks, and Hampus backs off. Another smoke to cover his relocation, his retreat.
Not catching anyone there, but Alu will be finding Hampus out by the E-box, and they have got 4 people, almost 5. I mean, Sergey is not that far away from being able to rotate out here. Plopsky, close to the smoke as it fades. He could catch just a kill. I don't think they're expecting him to be here. There's the swing, but immediate return, and Alu with the other AWP. And yeah, this is where the reign of terror begins from these Finnish snipers. They are really on point. Good return from Nork, and again, if they can take one of these orbs away from Ence, that is big news for NIP.
Oh, Nox looking for it. He spotted the head, looking for the rotation in, and he just unscoped at the wrong time. It happened twice. Alu's got the kill from Bomb Train.
They only saved
5 to 1. Yeah, that's okay though. I mean, look, there's no money for NIP, and that pretty much allows the pressure to subside. That economic problem that Ence was having, it's going to be a timeout from NIP. They have to go for a half buy, but at least Ence can be comfortable even with just the 1 AWP.
Yeah, that is maybe the one thing, isn't it? If they can clean up this round nicely and start to make some of that money back, it would certainly improve how things are going. But 5 to 1, yeah, out of money. I don't know. They could probably buy some deagles, couldn't they? There on the T side.
Here's the tough part. Alu is on point to start this map. He's 12-2 for the moment. Aerial as well has had some great impact. We saw him with that triple kill in the pistol round. I think he had a double kill 2 rounds ago, and they had to go for that defuse. He snuck into hell. So he's playing a good, smart game as well, and everyone else is just kind of solid at the moment. But Alu coming out early with the hot hand, and usually when Alu's firing on all cylinders with the AWP, things are really, really rough for his opponents.
Some diverse weapon selection, Tech 9s, P250 Deagle, and a Mac 10. So I actually spent quite a bit of money in this round. I just thought Deagles with no armor. They run into a huge grenade, and now they're coming through the smoke, and it's ending very badly for the Swedes. We're all going down to Yumpy so far. 3 kills like that. I mean, the grenade plus running through smoke combo usually doesn't have a happy ending at all.
No, and you can see why there. Right at the end, Yumpy's going to finish it off. A quad kill for him in the round, and a 5-round lead for Ence. So NIP had 1 chance or 2 chances to break the economy of Ence early on in the first stages of this half. They're going to be desperate to get another one of those opportunities as we get down the stretch here. But they're going to have to grind it out this time. It's going to have to be 2 to 3 rounds won before the economic pressure will really affect Ence whatsoever.
Yeah, they did rebuy that second orb like you were alluding to, so 8th round. And that double up has been really hard to deal with. Let's see if they're going to be able to this time. Alu pushes all the way up. He's running with the orb all the way up outside of B. Aerial goes down, but him and Sergey are still posted up there. That's really interesting. Look at how aggressive he's being.
Why not?
Sergey's fallen back.
Take a shot here and you can bail out. Yeah, he has. That's a lot of confidence in Alu. I don't know if NIP would even expect it if someone does push down. Look how aggressive both ops are being. This is pretty wild. Alu sees the elbow, backs away, and 2 players down for ence. NIP have a 5-on-3. They have to win this.
Well, they've got it all set up. Some kills happening early in this round. Still a minute on the clock. Slightly annoying Molotov, but no, it actually goes the other way. I thought maybe he's going to bounce into Plopsky, but he's just happy to stay there. And, I mean, it's 2 on A, 1 in B. So at worst, they're going to have 5 versus 2 fight out here.
And they've seen the op inside. They should know its location, or where at least its last known location was. Another cover of smoke. Knock leads the way. Alu's going to stick around. Sergey and Sunny rotating back to CT spawn. This is going to be a save call. Ence want nothing to do with this round, and I think that's a great call. Play conservative, play safe with the economy with such a big lead at the moment, and keep things difficult for the Ninjas. So all 5 players will survive for the attacking side as well. That'll help them in a big way. But this is the first step to clawing themselves some rounds back on the board. Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit of a shot there. I completely agree. Good idea for ence to give this one up. Even with the money in the bank, I mean, there's 1,000 on Aerial, there's 500 on Yampi, so no point in really throwing these rifles away. Might as well drop for the teammates and get back in the action. NIP though, yeah, good early fights being won there. I mean, there wasn't even anything really elaborate, so that could be good news, or it could also be one of those where you're like, yeah, but have you solved the problem of winning a bomb site?
Yeah, there is that. Well, I don't think we'll see ence go back to that aggressive strategy with both ops pushing up into different choke points. That's, you're risking a lot of your heavy and expensive weaponry doing that. That round, Yumpy is actually punished for it. So, round number 9 coming in hot. Full utility for the T side, same for the defensive side as well. Money still built up for ence. And fast-paced down ladder. Important trade for Rez to get, and Sunny is going to follow things up. That one hurts. NIP would have loved to have had control of ladder room.
Blowing away some of the rifles, and I guess maybe also just pretending like he may have fallen back to do that. Gonna smoke it off anyway, so... Well, I guess he had more grenades to pick up, so it's all good. 3 outside, Sergey on the inside, and yeah, very powerful trade going the way. Oh no, Sunny! Getting absolutely caught off guard. That must have been Plopsky sneaking through the smoke.
We had that conversation about Plopsky just yesterday, and it appears that his time at NIP so far, he's really picked up confidence in how he's willing to take fights. Yumpy's in a tough spot. He's got to clear deep to the right, and I don't know if he expects it. He transfers over. He had to go back for a second glance, and he just missed the mark. Smoke clears, and Alu's got one more. Plopsky, he can be aggressive onto this bomb train. There's a flank coming in as well, so the longer Alu can delay and stay alive, the better. But Knock finished him off, and there's a missed shot from Twist as well. A close range with the AWP.
And that was the bomb. That's such a huge kill for Sergey. Now, he's just waiting inside. He does have a Molotov, but yeah, he's going to pick up the bomb on the other side. Knock, 25 seconds. Sergey wants to go for it. Is he going to have the balls to swing out? He does go straight for it, but misses the chance. And Knock will take him down. A nice triple here. And NIP winning a 3rd round, man. That was intense.
ence needs to be careful. They have one more buy. They're going to have to... Well, Alu's going to pick up an AWP. Sergey can either pick up an M4 or drop an op over to Yumpy. And he'll just drop a rifle for Aerial. So this is the last buy. Again, this is what I was talking about with NIP. They had the opportunity early on to gain the money advantage. They have it again here. They've done the work. They've won 2 rounds in a row. This would be the clincher. Then they could move forward into the later stages of this first half with an advantage, with the momentum.
Well, this is the big chance, isn't it? This is what they've been really building for. 6-3 is already actually not that bad for NIP, but yeah, this is where they actually get all the return. Yampi close Gonna be Molotoving it off with Aerial chiming in, man. That is, again, Ivy. They just get funneled into that tiny hallway and get completely chewed apart. Oh, that was Hampers, actually. I thought maybe that was someone else, but it wasn't. It was Hampers coming in from the yard, man. That was insane. 3-on-3, and they should be able to get a bomb plant. The Twist is all the way on the other side. He has to run back with it. Oh, this is so awkward.
Oh, Sergey's pushed out into the open. Rez is prepared. He even still takes a dink, and they know Yumpy was over towards Ivy. They've got to be very careful. How do you actually get the bomb into this bomb site? Alu has the op at long range, and there's going to be a chance for him to take the shot. Same with Yumpy, who's now moving into position behind Green. Again, it's going to be Rez, but he's been spotted out. There's the follow-up peek, and ence is crumbling. It's going to be 3 in a row unless Alu has some magic in his back pocket.
It's going to have to be a lot of it. They're going to peek him shortly. He's scoped up. He can't see anything. One step to his right, Hampers, and he'll get the round here, and it's going to be Rez instead. Oh, man. What? I mean, yeah, they slipped and fell then. That round ends. This is what we saw against Saw earlier, and that can't keep happening.
No, especially with such an advantage. You had a 5-on-3 with the bomb down at the end of Ivy. Craziness that this slipped away from ence's control. It's a really good call from Rez, though. Remember, there was 3 players spotted at the end of Ivy by the Ninjas. So once the kill on Sunny happens out towards T-Mid, out towards E-Box, I mean, Rez knows that he's got a lot of space to push forward and see if he can create something, and he gets all 4 kills in a slow-paced round. UMP jumping, Plopsky's got a double, and NIP cleaning this up.
Yeah, as they should. Alu taking a bit of nade damage, and Plopsky will find a way to finish him. So, a triple for Plopsky. Again, just slowly building back up here, our NIP. 6-5 right now. Alu is 15-5. He's way leading the board, and the Rez on the other side at 11 kills. But, I don't know. Again, those are some of the signs that I just don't really understand from ence point of view. That previous round was...
Yeah, it's not a very good indication of them, you know, kind of consistently improving. This is going to be another battle for them all of a sudden after that great start. Oh, that's a beautiful flashbang. Just dropped at his feet. Hampus jumps over it, but Aerial gets his eyes burned out of their sockets. One more player at E-Box as Hampus comes through. This is a crazy lurk. Here's the footsteps, but it doesn't turn fast enough. Good cover from Alu. It was going to be him or Sunny to go down if they did nothing.
Oh, and he's back towards the B-bomb site. Sergey's alone in here, but Alu just showing up in time, finding another kill, and Sergey nearly messing that up. If he hadn't got the kill then, it would have been disastrous. They still have a very good shot at doing this ence, and starting to bring it back now. 6-5, but if they can win this after plant, they should be in a decent position after all. A little bit of a challenge there. Rez realizing, oh no, that's blocked off by a Molotov, so he has to stay forward, hiding on the other side of that smoke. He just missed the chance spot. Twist won't. Taking down Sunny, and now that smoke's going to fade. If they miss the shot with any of these orbs, they're going to go down and lose the round, and there's the chance. Rez knew. AK-47, close range, shot in the back, and now it's a one-on-one. And Alu, he has to fall back. He knows he's out of time. Yeah, no kit, so, man, what a round.
Alu's just hoping and praying for a little bit of help. Anyone who can actually get multi-kills on his team. The next closest player is Aerial.
Let's go!
He's 10 frags ahead of him. And that is the sound of Happy Ninjas fans.
Yeah, there were, you know, a little constellation. I'm sure we must be able to get more NIP fans on the fan cams. Step it up, guys.
Or the ence fans. Remember all the ence fans we've had over the years?
Yeah.
Been rowdy.
There's
got to be some Finnish people drunk at this time of day. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, well, in Europe, it's even more than that. It's like 6 o'clock, Jason. I'm sure they're already on it. That's a good point.
Nice.
Maybe too drunk to turn on the webcams. Maybe that's the issue. It's past the time.
A lot of people can learn that lesson, Anders.
Oh, yeah. 6-6 here. 5 in a row for NIP, and that is slightly impacted. Well, actually, ence is still, yeah, it's slightly impacted the odds. I think they were favored in the beginning when they ence, slightly, maybe. Regardless, NIP are not that far away from catching up to them. And I mean, 6-6, NIP are doing better right now. They're on the T side, remember.
Oh, my dear lord, he's dead. He's dead.
Oh, no. What's that about?
He got trapped. He didn't think they would spread in his last few ticks. And he had 2 Molotovs, nowhere to go. Now, Sergey's deagle has been on point all day long. Yumpy blind out in the open. Alu is going to take a shot. Oh no. Oh no, not like this. Alu's back in it. One more on top of the train. He saw the shadow, missed his chance. Knocking a 1 versus 2, and it's at least a 1 versus 1 in the outer yard for the moment. Sergey's got a long route to fall back, but he's picked up the AK-47.
And he just got tagged with a scout as well, so he's pinned down behind this. Very, very hard to get out. Yeah, he needs a mistake. It would be great if someone would walk right into this crosshair, but that's not looking likely at all. And now he's sneaking a little bit closer with the AK. Actually getting the kill really quickly there. No chance for Sonny to even reply, but Sergey's waiting for him. And that's a good double. What a round. That's ence finally getting a round back. And that's in spite of Aerial.
Yeah. Knock was way too committed to Sergey on that flank. That was, the last known position was Sergey at that upper ramp, and it's obviously hard to tell, but he was convinced the whole way that Sergey was going to come from ladder room.
So, I mean, that's probably quite necessary for ence to actually be winning that round. 7-6 doesn't make me particularly confident in anything that's going on here. Sonny, right outside. I actually thought maybe they were pushing out behind him, but not quite so. Early kill on Twist. Well, once again, set ence off on the right path at the beginning of this round. What a big chance there. I can't believe Hampus is alive. How's that not a kill?
I can't believe Alu is... How is he not burning? I can't believe Alu is keeping ence in this game in the fashion that he is. 21-6. Another opening kill for him in this round. Hampus down low. Plopsky down low as well. Plopsky's going to be an easy cleanup for Aerial. That was never going to be a winning play. Surely Yumpy saw that.
Yeah, you got to think so. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when people look like maybe not. He's looking the right way, and Rez going down, and he had health. So now it's down to Nork and Hampus, and how do you do this 2-on-4 with that little health? Some good spray, and Alu nearly going down, but close. Just swinging for it, and I don't think there's anything you could really do here. So, I mean, maybe a kill would be fun, but it's the 15th round coming up anyway, so not going to have a... could have an impact. They actually are pretty low on money. If you get 2 kills, it's starting to get really exciting.
I don't think he's got one in him. Not even a single one. Sergey is ready and waiting for this play. 8-6 for ence. And as you said, final round and a half coming up. NIP's a little bit busted. A little worse for wear in terms of their own money. But you have to say, 6 rounds in this T-half. That 5-round run they had from rounds, 8 to 13 is fantastic.
Yeah, not on fire, in spite of the fact that he clearly was. Hard to know how those shaders and sprites and whatever else work. It's all very confusing. Round number 15 here, as you said. Tech9, UMP, Deagle. Orb on Twist. I haven't seen Twist do much with the Orb, but just as we say it, he picks off Alu. Good job.
He's had a pretty quiet game. That was just his 3rd kill of the half so far. He has not had a whole lot of success, but remember, it has been a double-up setup he's been going against. Like, it's not been easy for him to find his fights.
Well,
NIP looking for that 7th.
Look at the rotation. Already 3 people here. ence putting everything on this bomb site. And that might have been a genius move if they can get the kills. There's one. Quickly traded. Rez running and gunning with the taste. He's going to keep going all the way into Yampi. He actually overextended maybe slightly there. Good shot from Sonny. And now Hampus 1 versus 2. Slightly more doable round, but walks right into the AWP. And a 9-6 finish at the end of the half in favor of ence. So they recover it a bit in very large part due to Alu ending the half at 21 kills. Let's see how it goes coming back in the second half. That'll be coming up next.
So, Deagle is done. I'm currently in the lead. Next up is the AK on overpass. everyone. A mid shot suddenly. One of the most confusing thing is there's no radar, so you don't.
I've been
know.
spawning on the same position every. Oh, you come with a needle there? There's 2 guys spawning there. What?
Spawn kill.
Can you do?
Uploader.
We're back once again. ence versus NIP. Second half coming up. We're on train. The first half finishes 9-6 in favor of ence. Jason, how does that make you feel?
Why are you a therapist all of a sudden? Oh man, it's fine. It's all good. I mean, I have NIP taking this one, so on the CT side, I'm seeing a big comeback in my future.
Okay. Is that your mom used to tell you that? Is that something you want to talk about? Any lot of talk about the future?
You open the game.
Okay. So it's all right, Jason. Don't have to hold it back. You can share with the rest of us. So almost certainly won't mock you for it. Nork inside of the bomb site. I like this aggressive push from Hampus and Rez. It allows for the rest of NIP to be ready in the B bomb site, and that is about to be of critical importance as all of ence are going to go right now. They have 2 HE grenades that they haven't used yet, and I'm kind of curious about where they're going to go. They're all sat on the ramp waiting, and they need to start moving right now, running up the sidewalk. The Glocks are getting really close. Nork sneaking in. Twist with a headshot, and another one. Great double kill for Twist. He didn't do much in the first half, but he did it all in this pistol round, and Nork with one more. What a shutdown.
Yeah, way too many people in that inner bomb site for ence to handle. They had no idea where that was coming from. I don't even think they really had a smoke out at all, so they just all go down easily, at least not one covering that angle from Twist. And Knock on top of the bomb train catches Sunny and the bomb off guard. That is a well-crafted pistol round, and it works perfectly.
I think you can get away with running down the sidewalk without any smokes in the pistol round, because sometimes, you know, if people come out of the C connector with a USP and they peek you and there's like 3 or 4 Glocks shooting at you, that actually can work out pretty well. But yeah, they just weren't ready for that angle that Twist was holding. So nothing like what they were expecting. And now they have Glocks and no armor. So Hampus, what has he got on him currently? The MP9 and Nork also there. They could be having a little bit of a cleanup here. Especially that MP9 could be making some cash.
It's all about this first contact from Nock. If he can shut that first player down, if someone actually makes it to the ground, then it gets sketchy for the M4. Oh, he's got to be careful, taking a lot of bullets, 22 HP, but it's safe. Aerial's made his way out Ivy and into the back, and Nock is low HP. He might be the first point of contact. They don't have any idea. Now they know. He's going to go down. Nice job. You're exactly right. Hampus and Nock clean it up. All 5 kills between the 2 B defenders. No plant as well.
Yeah, no bomb plant. Gonna be AKs, gonna be...
This second half.
Yes.
This second half is where I expect there's going to be some struggles for ence, because when we saw them on Dust 2 against Saw earlier, it was their T side that looked like they were of 2 different minds on how to play the T half in certain rounds. Every once in a while there was a round that made you scratch your head and think that there were 2 different calls being made. So Train is going to be very, very complex in that sense as well.
Ooh, flashbang going out. What an aggressive move here. Actually, Alu has the AWP, but no armor. It's going to go down right away here. Aerial and Jumpy, and Alu is quickly taken out. That's the lack of head armor. Plopsky instant dinked him, and Sonny couldn't make it out from behind the E-box. I love the flavor of that round from ence, just trying to do it really quickly, but... I mean, and even in the beginning, it looked like they were going to be trading their way in nicely enough, but there were so many people there from NIP ready, and that's usually the problem with rushing A, is that a lot of the time there's going to be 4 people there at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I mean, also they had the pretty decent economy. They had won the pistol NIP, so they had all that utility. They had a great job. They had one player close up towards ladder room, and as soon as he goes down, a nade comes out. Fights are taken, so the choke points were just denied for ence. And obviously, the real disaster of that round isn't the loss. It's the glass cannon AWP that gets destroyed and demolished, and now picked up and passed over for NIP.
Yeah,
Alu never even had a chance to get involved in the round. So now you want to talk about a bonus round coming in with 2 SMGs on the NIP side. They've got 1 AK-47 upgraded and 1 AWP that's free.
Yeah, what a great return. And I think it's a headset issue on Rez side. So hopefully he can. At least seems like he's back already fixing things. So fantastic job doing that. I don't know if he's got a box of headsets lying around. Maybe he does. Maybe he was really quick. Maybe just unplugged it and plugged it back in. A lot of maybes. 9-9. It's all tied up.
I'm not gonna lie, Anders. I had some audio issues this morning before the broadcast. Or actually, even when the broadcast went live, and the first thing that the Blast technician told me to do was unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah.
It didn't work, but there was comfort in the fact that that is still the go-to first step.
I used to slightly work in IT support. Shocking how many times I've done just that. The other skill that actually just makes you an IT supporter basically is being able to Google things. So once you could do that, you could pretty much fix anything. So yeah, it's probably the most skilled job I've ever had, Googling IT problems. 19th round. Alu already out of it. We've got some deagles in play, but I suspect this will be another similar round for NIP where they could build the economy even further, which is disturbing because it's already looking so good.
Yeah, they do have a decent amount of money building up. Hampus is rich. $8,000 for him. And even more so than what they have built up, it's the money they didn't have to spend. They didn't have to spend $4,700 in that AWP. Twist doesn't really need to watch behind him. His teammates are handling that. He needs to watch Ivy. He's got the kill. Sergey oh! Gee, I don't know why he's buying an AK-47.
Yeah.
I don't even know why he's messing with rifles when his deagle is working this well.
It is really disgusting, isn't it? Just trying for it one more time. Not going to find that headshot, but yeah, you're right. He does have a certain knack for it. Anyway, 10 rounds for NIP, only losing Hampus, which, as you just said, has 8,000 in the bank, so I don't think he cares that much. And now the question becomes, how much can they run this economy down ends? Because until they get rid of it, they're always going to be just, just a little bit behind. They need to find, even in losing rounds here, even if they go on like 2 or 3 rounds here where they don't win, they need to make it real expensive.
I think the real problem is you can't just like accident your way into resetting a CT economy on train, especially not an economy that's this robust. You have to prove that you know how to win rounds on the T side, and I'm not entirely confident that ence has that capability quite yet. So even if they win, it's about not just winning 1, right? It's now 2, 3 rounds that they have to be victorious over NIP. Aggressive towards Ivy, it's Plopsky, who's going to move into action as the flames clear. Yumpy staring into the wall. He hears the sound cue. The pre-fire's not there, and Alu is blind. And with that man advantage provided, Plopsky, don't be too crazy. That second smoke picked up is just perfect for him. He can drop that in about 10 seconds and then back away. And that'll be a lot of time chewed off by this aggression.
Yeah, definitely will be. Looked like Sunny wanted to play inside of the smoke, which again will give you a slight advantage. But Plopsky just slowly backing off that corner. What a nice start. If you're an IP, looks like a double drop type scenario right into Rez, who was even looking the wrong way. He was dead at least 2 different ways there.
Well, there's a cool idea. If you wanna build upon that idea of will ence actually be able to know how to get entries and win these rounds, that's a pop flash for a mid peak that takes Rez's attention away from ladder room. Double drop wasn't even necessary.
Double drop is always super necessary, Jason, as we say over in the MMA space.
The Moab drop, weren't we calling it that for a bit?
We were, I think. We had a couple of different names for it. Twist and Plopsky outside, Nork and Hampus inside. That's, 2A, 2B, which means that it's going to be a light defense no matter where they go. Good kill from Twist, dropping the bomb, 15 seconds. Oh, and Plopsky with the kill. That might be the round. 13 seconds on the clock. I think ence left themselves too little time to have this kind of an issue getting into the site. 7 seconds and Sergey getting the kill, but they're not even going to be able to get the part now. And they lose the round with NIP staying alive with 3 members. Wow.
And now it's a free double op setup as they pick an AWP off Alu's dead body once again. And it's a good thing they have a lot of money because Rez just accidentally bought a Negev. Or not the Negev, I think it was the other one, the Para.
So what? Keep it.
That would be some next level BM, and I'm all for it.
Yeah. I think people underestimate how powerful that weapon can be in the right hands.
I think the reason that round goes so very late and they don't leave themselves any time, you could see once they're eventually making that move at the end, there's no utility being used, there's no flashbangs being thrown for other teammates. I think without utility, they're kind of trying to piece together the best way to win a round. And when you're in that kind of a situation, especially on train, you're sort of hoping for a peek or a defense that lets you get a pick. That means you don't have to use a flashbang to clear an angle. And when those don't come, you end up just kind of looking silly because you are indeed just waiting and doing nothing if ninjas aren't going to provide you with that opportunity.
Sunny's got 6 kills. Sergey's got 10. Alu's doing fantastically well, but where are the young stars that are supposed to be right up there with him? I just... It's definitely something that's off balance for this ence team at the moment.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I mean, that's been the conversation ever since Alexi B left, and it's, it's not just the focus on Alexi B, but it's the fact that if you don't have a decent game plan or a leader that's strong enough to be able to execute on a game plan that you do have, that is going to neuter your players on an individual level. And now you have to imagine with players as skilled as Yumpy, as skilled as Sergey, there's a little bit of that occurring.
Plopsky just still playing pretty far forward down at Ivy, but it does feel like ence is starting to creep their way over here towards maybe some kind of a split here. Sergey and Ariel, I imagine they might just try and sort of provide a bit of pressure. 45 seconds. The bomb is over in main still, so when is it time to go? Ariel going down, and now the game is kind of given away here. Yampi goes down in main. Yeah. Alu getting picked off from Twist. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's like this whole thing was just based on the idea that Ariel would 100% be able to get a kill.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty decent enough sequence for Sunny, but not enough, and it comes way too late, obviously. Yeah, it's just, there's no power behind these strategies, and it doesn't even feel like ence truly believes they're going to work in the way that it's played. Every move they make, at least initially, is hesitant. No one is really comfortable. It seems like the plan that's being called is like send 2 players towards box hall, go down the ramp and try and get a pick, but it stops there. Like, the plan needs to be more detailed. It needs to be, okay, I'm going to be flashing this angle so you don't have to worry about clearing this, just peek at this spot, or the smoke is going to be covering this, so wait for it to fade or get in it and then I'll flash you out. I don't think, it feels like the plans aren't going deep enough and therefore the players have no confidence in them.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the way that I'm reading it too. Like I don't mind the idea of having a 2-man fake at B for them for one or both to run back to Pop Dog and join the rest of the A attack. But Sergey wasn't even joining, so he was just like throwing a grenade or something for Aerial, and then if nothing else, they waited so long. Like Aerial went down, then it was another 5 seconds, and then they went out main, and it was like, yeah, now even if you caused a slight distraction, that's gone in those 5 seconds. So it's like, yeah, confusing. If nothing else. A lot of grenades, I think, being thrown at the main part of the bomb train there and not catching anyone. So now it's down to pistols, and NIP are really seriously in charge of this match right now. And
you have to imagine the odds are going to be way worse, and indeed they are. They have skyrocketed against ence. And for good reason. This has not been an inspiring or confidence-building T-side so far.
No, it really hasn't. Yeah, that's quite the swing, isn't it?
Oof.
Sergey never saw it coming. He's going to be going down. NIP as a team, I mean, Rez and Plopsky doing really well, but no one is really lacking far behind. They don't have the same problem that ence do, which is Alu being so far ahead and everyone else kind of not showing up. So, yeah, whole NIP team really coming together nicely right now. Good shots from North, and a nice... Oh, that was Hampus.
Oh,
Looked like it was going to be him as well.
I know, I wished it was not, because that would have been a great flick over.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say, if they managed to find just a random plant like Sergey did just a couple rounds ago, that would be wild. Nade is going to do some damage, and over the smoke is going to be Hampus again for his 3rd kill of the round. 13-9, a 4-round lead for the Ninjas, and 3 rounds away from taking the map away from ence.
Lot of pressure suddenly on the Finns. 4-round gap, but it's just we haven't really.
They still haven't put anything together on this T side. They have not won a single round, and it gets even worse than just that. They have not killed more than 2 players in 1 round on this T side.
Wow. Yeah, that's a disturbing
They have 8
statistic.
kills total. 8 kills total in the 7 rounds played.
Gonna go quick here. Sergey with a good opening. Nice pre-fire towards C connector. Nice Molotov to force back Nork a little bit. And actually, he's gonna burn alive. I'm not sure he even realized what was going on there. Plomsky will get a return. But the opening is here, and they're now back at the B bomb side with the bomb. This is a nice call in the middle of all the chaos. Alu even picking off Plomsky. Yeah, this is their round, finally.
Yep, they've done it. A nice little fake off that insane aggression, this time not going towards T mid. The aggression came out of ladder room. Hampus and Twist just going to save. Even with all that money, it's not worth going for it. And they should start looking to try and pick up the AWPs that have been dropped in this outer yard. ence doesn't have the money to hunt, so they can feel relatively safe. But they're going to lose 1 more gun.
I mean, and all of this matters, right? If you're on the ence side and you're dreaming of a comeback, then every single rifle you could take away. I mean, look at the stack of money there on the NIP side. That's what you're fighting at least half the time. So, yeah, 4 kills, round 1, and now they need to find a way to continue it.
Well, now the question becomes for this defense, are they ever going to let a fast strategy like this be effective? I imagine both ladder and T-mid will start having either someone's going to push into ladder room or they're going to drop a Molotov and make sure that they at least have those, first 10 seconds to set their feet in the defense outside and just prevent ence from ruining you with fast contact strategies. Because they haven't proven that they can win a slow-paced round yet.
Yeah, we've really only seen that last round out of them that made you think that something could work. And it was quick. I mean, it was quick at Pop Dog. I actually liked everything about it. But we need more depth than just a single round so far in the half.
I can't believe Hampus hasn't called anyone back just yet. He's heard so many footsteps. That is a phenomenal grenade. Yumpy caught it with his teeth. They're coming out upper ramp right now, though. Hampus is close up. He's got to be careful. Knock goes down. It's all on the young player. Here's one drop. They're wrapping. Aerial is going to be a free kill inside the flames. Hampus has to do more, and it's just not there. ence have changed the pacing of their attacks, and it's working perfectly.
Yeah, it really feels like that's what's happened here. They've just said, you know what? We can't be waiting around like this. They're just picking us off. Let's really just go. And I mean, when you are out on that high ground on B so far that you could shoot all the way into C connector, it's actually kind of hard for the CT side. And you see the people down on the bomb side itself can't really find any kind of safety. So, yeah, powerful round. Starting to look a little better.
Yeah, supposed to be held by Knock. He obviously, I think he missed one shot and then just got his head blown straight off. So tough times. NIP now losing 2 in a row. Ence trying to fight back into this. I can almost envision the conversation that had during a timeout or between rounds. You know, there was someone who just said that they're playing scared, I mean, they're using a little bit more colorful words, obviously, but that they're playing way too scared and they need to just step it up and stop worrying about the NIP players and just go get the frags. And that's exactly what's happened these past 2 rounds. It's been no questions asked, 3 players out ladder room for the first win, no questions asked, 4 players out upper at the B bomb site, and they've won both of them.
Well, if they could do it one more time, that's gonna not quite break the NIP economy. We look really, really close. So, yeah, they need to continue. They're not out of the woods yet. Nice quick reaction from Sunny, putting out the Molotov, not taking too much damage from that, but the following grenades will completely decimate him. He's down to 7 after all. That's unfortunate. And now they're slowing it down.
It's a lot of utility sent his way. Yeah. It's a lot of nades sent in his direction that don't get the kill. That's got to be tough. Sergey's going to walk out into the smoke. Rez has to be careful. This is going to clear pretty soon. He's looking for so much. He's got way too much going on. He's paying attention to so many different angles, and Plopsy's going to have a big challenge. On top of the bomb train, Twist helps him out, alleviates some of that pressure, but Plopsy's taking shots through the smoke, and now Ence has completely infested this outer yard. It's a 2-on-2.
Or it looked like they had even more control than that. I mean, some really, really swift return kills coming in from NIP. Yeah, Hampus is down there, and Sergey, he's got the right idea. Alu far away, and Hampus still winning the fight with the M4. That is almost ridiculous. Looked like Sergey had the right idea. Now Alu has got 40 seconds for this 1 versus 2, and they are both down here. I mean, he can go and pick up the bomb, but he can't even put it down safely. He just doesn't know that. So how long is he going to wait?
That's my question as well. How much time is he going to let eat off the clock looking for that second player? If you assume one is an Ivy, oh, he's so bold.
He went straight for it. I mean, he probably knew that if someone was going to be there, he was going to be dead either way. Now he's inside of the smoke. Talk about bold with an AWP. Are they going to read it? Where do they think he's gone right now? They're not quite sure. No one's looking at the smoke at the moment. He's walked up behind him. 1 kill right there. Oh, what a clutch coming out. That was fantastic.
NIP played it so perfect the whole way. They had the op watching the smoke for the walkthrough. They had Hampus investigating, and they take their eyes off just when the smoke is fading. That is a brutal clutch for Alu. And we were wondering how hard can he carry this team, because he was the only one delivering in the first half. He's done it again. A miraculous 1 versus 2.
Classic Alu looks completely disinterested. But that was really quite something. 12-13, and look at that economy on the Swedish side. It is crumbling really quickly. They forced into this round, and it's not exactly it's not everything that you would hope for. Actually, it's a little bit more. Double AWP. I thought maybe it'd be even worse. I don't know if there's something on the ground for Hampus. If there is, then it's a lot better than I was expecting. Man, that is if they do it again here, Jason, that's it. Then they're really back.
Ever since this pace change, NIP hasn't been able to handle it. They need to get a grip on this match again. Knock, an angle. That's a great kill from Sergey. And actually, Plopsky blinded by Rez. And now look again. They're going to take the advantage. They're going to press it. Towards the bomb train we go. Rez is out in the open. He's got to be so careful behind this smoke. He is so close to death, and he's taken down for free. Even a shot connecting with Knock at the end of that spray. It's returned. But man, NIP is in a really weird place. They have a 3-on-4 so they can fight for this round to a certain degree, but they don't want to risk the AWPs. They have no more money. Knock and Twist have to fall back and save.
Yeah, they really do. Hampus with a really, really long flank, which is kind of being watched by Alu here. He's not going to be quick enough. Hampus with a nice headshot. Really would love to do more again. I mean, maybe not saving a third op, but whatever. They'll take it if that's what it requires here. That ends tying up the game, 13-13.
I'm with you. If I'm Hampus, I'm going for every kill. I'm fighting everything with this hop until my death, trying to take as many players down with Ence, because 3 AWPs on train... Maybe it works against this fast pace, but I would be kind of surprised if at any point Ence gets a bomb plant. The AWPs, there's just way too many of them to ever dream of retaking a site.
Listen, I'm into it.
13-13. Ence is showing incredible resilience.
I think this triple AWP is exactly the key.
You would think that.
Maybe if they get 2 auto snipers as well, that would be the dream.
Just the worst weaponry I can think of. Here we go. Plopsky with the Mag 7, 3 ops, and a deagle on res.
Mag 7 could be fun. Is it... I think it's someone from Mad Lions that usually plays it over at the ramp or at the ladder over in Pop Dog. Ooh, trying to come through, but caught by Yampy. Is it Roy that does it?
I hate that play. I hate that play when you have 3 ops.
Yeah? Well,
good pick from Twist. He steps up. He's going to take some fire damage as well.
Yeah, he's trying to get away. 3 ops are still here. I think this can definitely work. They've got the right... They're in the right position. Nort could fall back to help out, maybe.
No, but you have to think, Hampus is going to get smoked off, right? And if they aggressively attack towards the bomb train, you have Twist with an AWP who has to respond quickly. Rez is there with a deagle at the very least, but there's just so many ways in which it's going to be tough to react. They've got the players to do it. Molotov, Ariel's already out. He's blind and flashed.
See if they can clear the corner. 40 seconds. Yeah, once this falls, if one guy goes down, it's not going to be good. Rez with a nice defensive kill, taking down Ariel. That's going to buy a little bit of time. 30 seconds on the clock. I mean, ence, this should be a round where they could pretty much just rush it. The speed, again, should be on their side. Peek into Twist, and that's Alu gone, and now it's getting scary. 20 seconds in a 2-on-3. Sunny with 1 good kill, Sergey with the other, and they got Rez trapped back there, and they'll isolate him and take him down. Sunny with a nice triple, and now 14-13. Man, NIP, what is going on here? They've lost the last 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, everyone boxed in at the bomb train. No one could actually take any kind of aggressive swing with those ops. Everyone's just letting and giving, and so much real estate to work with. They now have a 1-round lead, and they've got money to back it up as well. That's the hard part for NIP. They're on the other side of the coin. Now they have to deal with just a constant buy from the ence attack. Utility towards the choke point. Yumpy gonna go for a challenge so quick, and he just takes a blind shot, backs away.
I'm impressed that NIP could actually get the double AWP here. Has cost them a lot in utility, so some sort of afterplant could be tricky. Not that much damage there, a little bit. But, yeah, 3 men inside of the B bomb site. Twist kind of alone on A. I mean, Plopsky's at Pop Dog, but he's got a lot covering. I'm not sure about this from NIP.
Well, it's looking like the right call. I'm not gonna lie. I'm with you. I don't necessarily feel super comfortable about it, but at the moment, actually, excuse me, it did for a second look like it was the right call. The bomb is all the way back in T-spawn.
I don't like I don't like the call. I don't like the fact that they're moving around so much now before they know what's coming. I feel like this is slight panic territory. Now they're 4 outside. Hampus alone, and that's a better setup probably, and especially for if they're actually going to go for this yard.
That's a big win for Plopsky, almost with a second. I think he had a mouse jump. 1 HP at Ariel, though. I don't know if he's going to be able to make an entrance. It's Sunny. How has he gotten all this? How's he gotten out this much? Twist abandoned Ivy, and they collapse. Knock with a double through the smoke all the way to ladder room. That could be the saving grace. NIP's right back in it. Alu, I don't know if he spotted Hampus coming out. Yumpy's close up, never saw it coming. A 1 versus 2. Does Alu have it in him again? He's going to get aggressive towards High Train. They have to know his position, but Knock is denied a peek, and Hampus is going to close it.
Wow, that 2-for-1 through the smoke. I mean, Knock couldn't even have known. I'd love to see that replay. That's so disgusting. 14-14, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to go the full distance here. Again, they can end up tying this up. Let's see this. So he's going to catch just one person running in front. And he, oh my god, he only shoots him in the arm as well, and then tags the guy behind him.
So lucky. That's a huge miscommunication from NIP. How did they let Sunny get out with so much freedom? Not a single person on that outside defense. You're right. Maybe it was the constant shifting of where the NIP players were at that they lost track of that part of the map, and that just can't happen. You only get one of those freebies per game.
You should, right? Hopefully, well, at least from ence point of view, that's not how things go even further off the track. But the fact that they win the round here, man, that's losing 5 in a row. Then they get back with a round like that, whatever it takes. ence, of course, can still buy, but you don't want to. Nobody wants to split the points here again. You want to walk away with the full amount. Let's see. Ooh. Close spawn from Yampy, taking down Rez. And let's see if it's going to be more changing at the pace here for ence. I'm always worried now when they slow it down. I like the rock and roll style that they were bringing out earlier.
I'm fine with them slowing it down now that they have the opening kill. You have to think that they're actually going to keep 3 players outside. And you're going to challenge Hampus one more time. The sole defender in here, Knock is rotating over. Last time this hit came in, though, he missed a shot or got blinded, and they were able to come out the upper ramp. Hampus now, yep, that's exactly it. Never considered behind him, and Knock wasn't in position, and they all go down. NIP have lost the plot entirely. They have lost complete control of this game, and ence is going to steal this right out from beneath them.
Oh, this must be just a very, very difficult game for NIP. I mean, especially in the moment. They're obviously going to go back and analyze it later on, but just when you're going through this, right, you could feel it slipping out of your hands, and no one can come up with the way to actually fix it. And again, what was the score, like 10-5 or something in the first? They had such a great first half. Or was it 9-6? I can't remember. But
it wasn't even. Yeah, it was 9-6. But I mean, the real thing that made you feel good about NIP was the fact that they started this 7-0, and in those 7 rounds, as I mentioned, ence only got 8 kills. They showed nothing. They showed no way of actually overcoming this NIP defense. It was the change of pace that delivered them 5 rounds straight, gained them control of the economy. But the fact that NIP hasn't been able to adjust in kind is very worrying. Because remember, they built up so much money. They had like 3 or 4 rounds of having an AWP, of having a double up, of having all the utility. They had every tool in the toolbox to stop these kinds of rounds from ence, and just could never do it.
Did we just get a virtual fist bump out of Yampy? That's never happened to me before. We're living in a strange new world.
How does it make you feel? Uncomfortable or excited?
No, I think it's kind of great. Like, I never thought about that, but he made it work, so I guess that's good. What I don't like and what I'm not excited about are the 5 FAMASs that I'm seeing on the NIP side. I already heavily distrust the FAMAS. There are a lot of weapons I would buy before the FAMAS, including the M249 and the Negev and all the rest of it, Jason. I really don't like FAMASs.
A deep-seated hatred.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. 5 FAMAS and a dream for the ninjas. And ence going back to the slower strategies. And listen, maybe they'll be more successful this time, considering NIP doesn't have the ops, they don't have the utility. 3 players outside, 1 in box halls, and 1 at the B-bomb site.
A little bit of a setup down there, but no one wanted to come peek. Twist is on the other side. Let's see. They're going to be really close. If they pop flash through, Twist is probably dead right away. Good timing on that one, but yeah, there's the setup. Yampy just goes for it. Not even a flashbang needed. And now they're on the yard taking the fight. Yampy with a great follow-up. He's going to swing for a triple for him, and they even know where Rez is. I think they might realize where Hampus is as well. This is a big problem, but a nice kill from Rez. Turns it into a 1-on-2. Hampus also taking down Aerial, and now it's Alu.
Oh, no.
Can he find a 30th kill and get this done? Otherwise, they're going to tie it all up and split the points, and that's not what they're looking for. And Alu, I mean, he has been a rock throughout this game. He's about to get shot in the back. He will be, and Rez will find it. The 15th round. My God, it's so close to working out. Everything going right at the beginning of that round for ence, but they can't follow through.
No, that's really painful, I would say, for both teams. ence probably gave themselves a shot to win that at the end and let it slip away. NIP going to be frustrated that they let ence catch fire right at the end of that map. Either way, a tie. Good showing from both of these teams, and they get to split the points. We're going to head to a break, and then we'll have the desk talking through this match, and then we'll start getting the next map underway. Stay tuned.
I want to talk a little bit to the esports world, but especially to you CSGO pros about the Mamba mentality. I'm sick and tired of